in a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. When you've been seriously injured, it's not just about the money, it's about justice. I recently had a client who came to us because she was ignored by the insurance company and left to suffer, but we didn't let that happen. We fought and recovered $1 million. If the insurance company is turning its back on you, we're here to stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Thursday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that as we do every single day, and we have a stacked up program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. They'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 3:45, it's the Froggers football forecast. One of the last 2 games to go. We'll do that plus total point tiebreakers. 4 o'clock hour is Date Night Done Right with our friend Danny Meyering. Colbert Court with our buddy Glenn Clausman. 5 o'clock hour, Colette Fair joins us. She's a couples therapist and relationship expert. We'll do trivia and end it up. Well, you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. All day, every day, JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check out the podcast, all the other fun stuff about the program. RealRadio.fm/watch if you want to check out the program as we do it. Plus, in that chat room, we'll have our question of the day. That'll go up in just a few minutes. And we have a good program for you this afternoon.
We do every afternoon.
Your 3 o'clock keyword is bonus, BONUS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bonus is the word, guys. Go get that money. And remember, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, and answer it when it rings.
Get that money.
If you want to send us talk back, it's easy as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that to send Jack your message. Give us a, make it your number 1 preset while you're there, please.
Pretty please, really.
How you guys doing today? Good Thursday?
Wasn't until about a minute ago.
What happened?
Well, it's double. In the age of double verification,
Okay.
when they don't send it, you can't move forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not able to log on to the texting service
Exactly.
either? Okay, good. I was wondering because then I tried to reopen my email and I'm like, oh, no.
Send the email already.
I know.
Does it log out on you guys the way it does me?
It doesn't log us
No,
out, but
no.
I'm not even getting the verification code. I just closed out my email and thought, all right, let's try this over.
Yeah,
again.
Jack, that thing I told you about is still happening, by the way. And it's not the thing we thought it was. So, all right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text our show at 77031. Have you guys had a good Thursday today?
It's I'm a little sore.
You know what I spent this morning? Really, what happened?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Music.
It was a shower talk yesterday. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no.
What
I
happened?
wish.
What kind of sore? All right, play it right off rip. Let's go.
Well, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, you
What happened?
might be able to see some of the
Did you fall?
gaping wounds.
On the ice?
No.
Shoveling ice?
What
No.
What did you do? Did you find a bobcat?
Tangled. A cat. You got the cat part right. Tangled with the new cat this morning.
New.
Remember the new cat, Christopher, that we adopted?
All right. It's weird because you name your cats after real people names. It's odd.
He came to us with that name.
A real people name is fine. A real person who currently lives with you, that's weird.
Who shares the same name.
Yeah.
It's hard to yell at Christopher without them both responding. Yeah, so, third morning in a row, waking us up before 5 a.m. and... me no likey.
No likey. So what happened? You take a swing at him and he swung back?
No. I went to go pick him up to go put him in the guest bathroom, and I don't think he's been held a lot before because, again, keep in mind, he's only a year and a half old, and he spent pretty much his first year in a shelter or a pet store.
Okay.
So he may have been petted, but I don't think he was ever really held.
Oh, yeah.
So he gets real squirrely real quick. The thing is, I can't show you all the scratches.
Oh, because you sleep naked. Oh, wait a minute.
I was wearing a shirt, but that doesn't stop cat nails. Let's just say it's a perfect outline.
Are you serious?
I am totally serious.
Boobed you up, huh?
He boobed me up.
Damn, dude. I will not voluntarily have an animal that can scratch my fudge. Fudgies the fudgies
got to protect them, right?
Protect those
you got to protect those fudgies.
Yeah, Lord of mercy. That's crazy. You had a much different morning than I did. I spent my morning...
No cat scratch fever at your house?
I spent my morning warning people to live up in the up north about this storm coming.
Oh yeah, well you've got family and your wife is traveling.
Yeah, man. I got some family up in northern Mississippi. When I say northern Mississippi, it is a driver 7-iron to Memphis. It is literally 5 miles from the line there. It's Horn Lake, Mississippi, and my in-laws, my wife's parents, are actually moving up there. My father-in-law is already up there. Now, my father-in-law is not a news guy. He's not like a media guy. He doesn't really watch TV or anything like that. He just reads and stuff.
Liberal nonsense.
He just doesn't read he reads all the time and doesn't really watch a lot of TV. So to be honest with you, I texted my mother-in-law and I said, "Hey, look, you need to let John know that, there's a gnarly storm coming that way." And
it's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's a gnarly storm coming that way. He needs to be very careful. And I looked at I didn't really know how bad it was going to be there.
Right.
Just in Memphis. We're not talking, that's just at the very edge of the bad stuff. Anything north of that is really bad, right? And I said, yeah, they're expecting, maybe a quarter inch of ice almost over everything. And temperatures, it's not going to get above freezing up there for like 3 straight days.
Which means if you lose power because of all that heavy ice, you're not going to be getting it back for quite a while.
That's what I'm saying is like if he has a fireplace, I'm like, you need to load up on wood and stuff and make sure that you're going to be able to stay warm. And all my other families up there, I warned them as well because I just don't know how much they pay attention. They're all very busy people. And although it is in the southern part of the storm, they are going to get hit.
What a hero you are.
I'm not a hero, Jack. Get out of here.
He's a hero.
Do you talk to your family up there? They're going to get kicked. You have a kid. You have a daughter or a sister in New York. They're expecting more snow in New York than they've seen in years, dude.
They're adults. They can handle
Okay,
themselves.
dude. God. This guy.
They're grown up.
This guy.
They're all big.
If there was a hurricane coming your way,
they're all big.
And if they didn't think that you paid attention and they made a call, you'd appreciate that.
Yeah, they call it and say, "Oh, by the way, I hear there's a storm." It's like, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Don't worry.
That's that Jersey love, man.
Yeah, with a friend like Jack.
Exactly. Don't call.
Who needs enemies? All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us 77031. Bonus is your keyword. Colette Fair coming in today. You guys have actually talked to Colette.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is my first experience with her. I've not
really?
I've not met her.
Look out.
I've not met her before or anything. I know that she has that podcast that she started with Tom and Dan, or in association with Tom and Dan, called Love Thy Neighbor.
Yep.
She is a couples therapist and a relationship expert. She wrote a book that I think is really, really applicable for sure.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Still one of my proudest broadcasting moments to gank one of Tom and Dan's guests live on the air.
Yeah, in front of Tom and Dan.
It felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't mind if we buy our word, do you?
The funny thing is, and a lot of people don't.
They were so cool about it.
A lot of people don't do this anymore, but, I don't know her. We would have only met her through Tom and Dan, so I felt it necessary when I invited her to come back on and possibly make this kind of a segment where she comes back, maybe once a month or something like that. I called, I texted Daniel. I said, "Hey, are you guys cool with this?" I mean,
oh, yeah.
And I just felt like I thought it was necessary.
Courtesy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why you're a hero.
Oh, my God, this guy.
Don't give him the nerve that he knows to.
It's 3:09. It's 3:09 and twice already.
We have a theme.
I could give you my cat scratch if you prefer.
No, we won't
Yeah,
do
all
that.
right.
Got a good case today from Glenn Clausman for Colbert Court. Danny will be in for Date Night Done Right. We do have the Froggers football forecast. Had Froggers lunch today. I tried their Cuban sandwich. It was absolutely wonderful.
Oh, yeah?
I think they make their pickles in-house.
I may have to try that next week.
I'm serious.
We're running out of football games.
I think.
What
Well,
are we going to do for lunch?
I think we've hit the entire menu. I think next week will be the last part of the menu I've had. But
And I'm going to follow your lead and try the Cuban sandwich. It looked quite
good.
delicious.
Real roast pork. It was delicious, man. Really good.
Num-nums.
We do have a bunch of stuff to talk about today. I did want to kind of hit something real quick first because I find this kind of amazing. Everything from the healthiest fast food burger today, most satisfying convenience store experiences. Disney's got some stuff coming up as well. We'll be talking about.
Glad I didn't put that in the news.
No. I mean, it's the Oscar noms are coming up as well. But so I think most people think they know what the number one selling album of all time is, right?
I believe so.
What do you think it is?
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's
Oh, is it
Thriller,
really?
right? No, it's not.
I thought it was Bob Marley Legends.
Yeah, not anymore. One of the big news story today was finally something surpassed Michael Jackson's album Thriller that since 1982 has been the best-selling album in U.S. recorded music history. It is now not that. Another band has taken that over.
That's a low-key Toto album.
It is not a low-key Toto album. It is.
No, Michael Jackson's Thriller is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. But a new album took it over. 40 million units this album has sold. I think Michael Jackson sold 37 million or something like that.
Is it a Taylor Swift thing?
It is not a Taylor Swift record. And it makes perfect sense.
Oh, Demon Hunters.
No,
it's
and
serious.
I can't even tell you what kind of album it is. It'll give it away immediately, I believe, specifically to Jack.
Soundtrack?
Oh, Bruce Springsteen.
No.
Is it a movie soundtrack?
It's not a movie soundtrack, and that's a fair guess because Saturday Night Fever, and what we've learned about just the streaming world is at any given moment a song that hasn't been on the air for 30 years can all of a sudden top the Billboard charts because it gets hit with Stranger Things or
Running Up That Hill.
yeah, right.
Right.
Some other movie or show will bump it up there.
It's not, oh gosh.
Is this because of a recent movie or show that used the music?
It doesn't say that is, but I will tell you, I know this album has been a solid top 100 seller for a very long time. So I think it's just, matter of fact, 50 years. 50 years.
76, 75, 76.
It's not Queen.
Eagles, greatest hits.
From 1971 to 1975 is the answer.
Yeah, Eagles.
The Eagles' greatest hits is now the greatest selling American album ever. Over 40 million units, and that's a new certification from the Recording Industry Association of America, a.k.a. the RIAA. Everybody knows that.
Right.
Hotel California on that album, of course.
Yeah.
And you think about how impressive that's just 4 years.
Yeah.
So what's that, like 3 albums or something like that? 3 or 4 albums for those guys they pulled these hits from?
Yeah.
And on top of that, when you factor in just Hotel California as a song when it comes to the album, it has outsold like almost every other single in the world. Like it's crazy how much this record has done considering how long it's been out. And and they're doing shows at the Sphere, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Bucket list.
They launched that residency at September 20th on 2024. But yeah, man, they were all inducted in the Hall of Fame in '98, and their hits include everything from Hotel California to Take It Easy, just so many great songs on that album, and it is now the number one best-selling record of all time.
I had that CD back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just perfect, start to finish.
And you know what's and Jack, you asked how it got up there, and this is what it is. Now, I don't know if this is new. You can actually tell me. You probably know more about this than I do. How many streams of an album do they call an album sale?
Oh,
no
idea.
This is where this happened, I believe. You asked a very good question, Jack, and this is exactly what happened. So I guess on YouTube, Spotify, of course, our iHeartRadio app, all of that stuff, right? When you play that album, if it gets played for every 1,500 times that album gets streamed, they give the album credit for selling one record. 1,500 streams is the answer.
Oh, wow.
So for every 1,500 streams, that equals one album sale, and I believe that's how they wound up getting above it. There you go. What you got news? What you got for news?
Well, outside of the winter weather, we're going to talk about earthquakes keep rocking Utah. Florida's fire marshal hands out checks to battle firefighter cancer and PTSD, and a real-life Catch Me If You Can. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, guys, bonus is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's BONUS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking 2 right lanes, John Young Parkway northbound at 535 Ham Brown Road. Again, 2 right lanes there are blocked. You can expect delays through there. Also, accident blocking the right lane, the Beach Line eastbound between 520 and Challenger Memorial Parkway. Again, right lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It is January, time for a new year, time for a new you. And when you talk about your personal health when it comes to long term, the guys over at Life Imaging FLA are doing it right. This is a text we got a couple days ago, and I'll read it over and over because this is exactly what they do. Hey, Jim, husband and I got a free heart scan. My husband's 63, he's active. When we got this results, they found 2 significant blockages, one in the Widowmaker. He had open heart surgery within 4 days. Doctor told us that scan saved his life. He had no symptoms. And we got the scan because we just joined a gym. We wanted to make sure that we were in good enough health to exert ourselves. Doctor says, had they done that, there would have been a giant chance for a heart attack. That's what we talk about with Life Imaging FLA. That's taking care of your long-term health care, and it's easy. So don't wait. Do what I did, and my wife and my in-laws and so many people in Central Florida, including that couple. Call now. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and please ask about their cancer screening as well because early detection does save lives. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. It is time. Let's make that call today and take control of your long-term health care.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone, it's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey, man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, it doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. again. Gain more muscle and less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. It's a game changer, and you're going to look better and you're going to lose weight. And remember, you get a combo of testosterone and a GLP-1. It will burn that belly fat and you're going to get ripped. So this month, get your free GLP-1 medication, a $299 value when you start testosterone therapy only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Book your video appointment today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Hi, I'm Janice Torres.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz.
And we're back for Season 4 of Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories from iHeartMedia's Ruby Studio and Intuit QuickBooks.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change.
Listen to Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mind the Business and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Today is Cooler with Ross Padgett. Presented by Mills Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and turn to the experts at millsair.com. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hi, Jim Colbert Show. Just wanted to let you know that my sister has been bugging me about going to see BTS for a year. And this morning from Detroit, she got online and she got us tickets to the Tampa show. So we're actually going to go. I know nothing about BTS, so I have 2 weeks to learn Spanish to see Bad Bunny and understand. And now I've got 2 months to figure out K-pop. So we're going.
Yay!
Yay!
Right on. Good for you.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, I went to a Taylor Swift show without really knowing any of her music.
Great show.
Yeah, but you understood the language.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely. That is a big difference.
Well, it won't be an issue for BTS, but for the Bad Bunny, maybe a little bit.
And don't worry about it. Just move your hips.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Bonus is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's BONUS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. A sprawling snowstorm is set to slam millions of Americans from Texas to New York this weekend. Local and state leaders like Georgia Governor Brian Kemp are taking this very seriously, with Kemp declaring a state of emergency.
As always, our state team will be pre-treating and preparing for the worst and hoping for the best.
People in the path of this potentially historic storm are being warned to prep for snow, ice, and freezing rain, which could all lead to deadly road conditions, along with prolonged power outages. Heavy snow or ice is forecast, do you know, for how many states, Jimmy?
20?
Jack?
19.
33.
Damn.
They're making that up.
33 states, and that number could grow.
I saw they have a blob map that's got a big blob that shows you where the cold air is. Basically, the entire middle of the U.S.
Yeah.
is going to get its ass kicked.
And even though we're going to be enjoying like literally near record warmth this weekend with highs potentially in the mid to upper 80s, next week the bottom drops out for us again. Like I think Wednesday the high is going to be 59.
See, so no room for gloating.
No room for gloating, absolutely.
I think it's colder than that. I think the high's supposed to be like 51.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's supposed to be really chilly next week.
I like it.
This storm all begins tomorrow when snow, sleet, and freezing rain is expected to hit the plains, including parts of Kansas where my brother lives, Oklahoma, and Texas. Storm expected to linger Monday throughout much of the Northeast. The ground keeps shaking in Utah after yet another earthquake struck this morning near the Wyoming state line. The United States Geological Survey reports this latest quake registered a 4.7 magnitude with a 8.5 mile depth, so 8.5 miles down.
All right.
It struck about 25 miles south of Evanston, Wyoming. What number earthquake is this in Utah in the last 5 days?
God, I know they've had a bunch of them. I'll go, it's like 45 or something, isn't it?
Oh, it's not that cray-cray.
No?
Because this is just the last 5 days.
I'll guess 44.
What a dick.
It's 6.
It is?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Man, what did I hear? There was a lot of, maybe tremors or something. I don't know. I read a bigger number than that.
Yeah, well, this is just earthquakes over the last 5 days, but this is the first one that has reached a magnitude over 3.
Jack threw his hands in the air for that guess, by the way. Jack threw his hands in the air for that guess.
Nailed it.
Literally. Like he ran a marathon. Like he broke the tape. This guy. Unbearable today already.
So sweet.
Unbearable.
I'm not even on drugs.
All right, Orlando International Airport, quick, someone get him some, is launching a major expansion project. Plans include 2 multi-story garage expansions at Terminals A and C, which are set to be complete within the next year or so. The airport also wants to convert 1,500 parking spaces in the terminal top parking garage to reserved parking.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
A small parking guidance system will be installed in all 4 garages.
If you charge them, they will pay.
They will pay.
Yep. Here's the thing. I mean, they can build that garage and it'll be paid off by the next weekend.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, my wife parks her car. There's like $56 a day or something like that when you park in that damn thing. Now, look, the convenience is unbelievable. She parked next to an elevator last time. She said, look, I legit walked out of the elevator, hit my button, and I had my stuff in my car, and I was on the road within like 6 minutes. I was gone. But you pay for that.
Yeah, you
That's
do
expensive.
pay for that. You do. But when you're doing that kind of traveling, that kind of convenience kind of, explains itself.
Especially if you can force a company to pay for it on your behalf.
And that's exactly what she's doing.
Hell yeah. Details about the project can be found online at flymco.com/elevatingmco. All right, in the meantime, Winter Garden Commissioners are going to vote on a new retail and dining destination today. If approved, the historic citrus packing plant would be transformed into a major shopping hub called the old packing house.
In Winter Garden?
In Winter Garden.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, the building would be repurposed into art and retail shops, restaurants, and business offices. I think that's like one of the last historic buildings really in Winter Garden.
It is.
Isn't it?
I believe that's part of the complex where I used to do business. That the guy had the continuous form shop. I think 'cause it's an old brick building. It's just a storage warehouse for citrus, if I remember right.
Well, a natural history museum is also part of the plan, which I think is really cool as well. Construction could wrap up by the summertime. Now, on the flip side, Daytona Beach officials are asking questions about the city's plans to spend millions of dollars. City Commission met yesterday to discuss buying the Cruisin' Cafe at Main Street and A1A for almost $4.5 million.
That thing's been there forever, hasn't it?
Yeah, and then the building would be demolished as part of the city's plans to then build an entertainment district. City Commissioner Stacey Cantu says her research shows that property is only worth about half of what the city is offering to pay for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the commission voted to get the property appraised again and to get the city to release more details on its plans. With FAFO running around the state of Florida, you want to watch your P's and Q's.
That's the desired effect, right? Hey, you better double check.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. A man hurt in a murder-suicide in Orange County is marking a milestone in his recovery. This is the only bit of good news out of this story, but he was released from the hospital yesterday after he was stabbed Monday in Winter Park in an office building on Lee Road. The sheriff's office says Michael Smith, who had spent several years in prison for rape and for using a knife, stabbed his former therapist, Rebecca White, and a patient of hers 10 times before taking his own life. White died, unfortunately, but her patient did survive and is now home recovering. His father tells News 6 his son feels bad because he couldn't do more to save White.
Yeah.
Awful.
It is awful, but in that story, I learned about the different levels of therapy and how some, like Ms. White, literally gave her life to work with troubled offenders.
Yeah.
She was...
that was her specialty or whatever?
That was her specialty. So she worked with the court system. She worked with defendants in court cases. And I believe from what I heard on local news stations, her website described her work as a no judgment zone. Because she worked with already troubled individuals.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man, I don't know about that. That's... could you imagine being married to a woman who is doing that? Every single day or every other day in their office, there's a violent offender in.
Could be. I mean, they do normally have some safety, steps in place. There's a doorbell you have to ring. There's a people you look through.
This guy demanded to see her, right?
Yeah. And this guy had just finished his therapy session and was leaving when this whole altercation ensued. All right. Florida Democrats are once again trying to restore abortion access by launching the Reproductive Freedom Act in both the State House and Senate on this 53rd anniversary of the Supreme Court's Roe versus Wade decision.
Restrictions are dangerous when a woman, a family, or each pregnancy requires a different type of care. All of which should be decided between a woman in consultation with her physician, her faith, and her family, not politicians.
House Democratic leader Fentrice Driscoll calls the current 6-week abortion ban dangerous. Along with abortion access, the bills would ensure access to birth control and IVF and protect those who help people receiving reproductive care. All right. Well, we know over in Brevard County, or actually in Orange County, they're planning to close possibly up to 7 schools.
Yes.
Brevard County, they've closed the only school over in Cape Canaveral. Duval County is also looking at closing at least 6 schools. And now you can add Broward County, which also plans to close 6 schools. This is going on all over the state of Florida. It really, really is. The school board in Broward voted yesterday to close 4 elementary schools, a middle school, and a high school due to low enrollment. You wouldn't think that would be the case really anywhere in Florida when you see all the construction going under, right?
Unless it's all migrating
school choice.
to school choice, charter schools.
Yep, exactly.
They're defunding public education, and they can't keep buildings open if it's under 50% enrollment or
50%, I believe, is the number.
Exactly, which is what specifically is going on in Brevard.
Just unbelievable.
These changes will go into effect for the 2026-27 school year, and the district.
And don't let it be a surprise. This is a desired outcome for some.
Oh,
Well, they want to privatize. They've been trying to privatize the public school system for a while. So yes, that's what they're trying to do.
Well, the district expects to save how much money a year by closing these 6 schools?
$3 million.
7.
8.
Oh wow, yeah.
$8 million. But still.
Yeah.
What we save today, we might lose in tomorrow.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Go find yourself an employee with an education and be able.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Florida firefighters face more than flames when they battle a blaze. Florida CFO and State Fire Marshal Blaze Ngolia. What a cool name when you're the fire marshal, right? Blaze. Blaze Ngolia in Hialeah today to combat cancer among firefighters with a $1.5 million grant.
They breathe it in. They're contaminating their lungs. It is much, much different. And we have found links between certain cancers and specifically fighting the fires because of those chemicals and those carcinogens.
So he says the money is going to go to purchase equipment to decontaminate firefighters who are exposed to chemicals and plastics. Because keep in mind, they say, part of what makes fighting home fires so much more dangerous now is because of all of the treated fabrics on our couches, the treated woods that burn. I mean, it's so much more dangerous to fight a house fire these days than it was in the past. And unfortunately, all of those carcinogens cling to their gear and their trucks, which they then bring back to the firehouse, and everyone gets exposed to it. So, and we hear a lot of cases of firefighters being diagnosed with cancers from fighting the fires on the job.
Yeah, for sure.
So also he says PTSD and suicide are just as destructive for those first responders as cancer. I believe like down in Broward County, they've lost their 3rd active firefighter in 17 months due to suicide.
Damn.
Yeah. I did not realize in the firefighting field that suicide was so prevalent.
Yeah, me either. I knew in the, obviously with police officers, we have known of that because, talking to Detective Barb for so many years and her saying that you just simply don't understand what cops have to take home every single day. You just see a couple stories on TV, but you don't see 98% of them. And, especially.
And couldn't handle it even if we did.
Well, all first responders are exposed to that. Paramedics, firefighters.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, of course, military.
Yeah. So, I mean, talk about the stressors of the job, right?
Yeah.
All right. And NASA astronaut Sonny Williams is retiring after a 27-year career. According to an announcement from NASA, Williams's retirement took effect at the end of December, and it follows a career filled with record-setting achievements, even if she didn't plan to make some of them. Because do you remember the name Sonny Williams?
Oh, yeah. She was she's the diaper lady.
No.
She was... Lisa Nowak is the diaper lady.
Okay.
Sonny Williams was stuck. Sonny and Butch were on the space station.
Yeah.
Imagine going to college, becoming an astronaut, making it to space, and then you're known as the diaper lady.
Yeah.
Oh, some stars, how they fall.
Lisa Nowak, she kind of earned the title.
She did.
Yeah,
she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
As a matter of fact, that ABC, they're doing a documentary about it.
Are they really?
And they interviewed Russ this week for it.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
For what, though? That's interesting.
They were going back. They wanted the director of it was a UCF student, and he remembers hearing about the
that's
topic
cool.
being discussed on Real Radio.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to kind of get some feedback.
That's badass. Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, Williams has logged 608 days in space since joining NASA in 1998, which is the second most by a NASA astronaut. And she holds the record for the most spacewalk time by a woman with 62 hours across 9 spacewalks. Her final mission with the agency was on that test flight of Boeing's Starliner, which also showcased the astronauts' resilience, as it was only intended to last over a week and was extended to more than 9 months due to technical issues.
Unbelievable, man.
I know. And then finally, real quick, a Canadian man accused of posing as a pilot or flight attendant to get hundreds of free flights is pleading not guilty, because honestly, that just takes cojones. 33-year-old Dallas Perkornik was in court Tuesday in Honolulu on federal criminal charges. Prosecutors say he managed to lie his way onto flights managed by Hawaiian Airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines, and Air Canada over the course of how long?
I think I saw a blurb on this, like 7 years or something. Maybe even longer than that. I'll go 7 years.
I'll go 8.
Oh, Jack.
It's like
you
10
shot him the wrong way, Jack.
Oh, hey, me.
It was over the course of about 4 years.
Oh, there you go.
4 years.
Of course.
Still, I wonder if they're going to try to get him for restitution.
I know.
Like every one of those flights hit him for like that $800 or whatever it costs.
Which is amazing because these aren't like low-cost airlines that you think would make the mistake of not noticing a pilot was credentialed or a flight attendant for 4 years.
That's unreal.
If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison.
Shocking when you think.
I know.
When you think of somebody's just going to lie their way on an airplane. It's like, I'm a pilot. Or like, I guess you got me. Okay, come on board. You want to sit in first class and want free drinks?
And he's the one flying your plane just so he can get on for free.
God almighty.
Damn. That makes you think twice, doesn't it?
God almighty.
And either way, that concludes your JCS News.
Please take your seats.
77031. That's how you text us. A few minutes left for your keyword bonus. That's BONUS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. The Froggers football forecast is next.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm way out of your weight class, A, and I have too much knowledge.
That's the first time that's ever been said.
Maybe it is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1. From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Thursday evening forecast. Seeing a mix of sun and clouds with a couple of scattered showers as we head through the rest of this evening, but temperatures staying mild through the overnight tonight throughout the upper 50s. And as we wrap up the work week, looking ahead to your Friday, it's going to be beautiful out there. Looking at a high of 80 degrees with gorgeous sunshine, and that sunshine sticking with us through the weekend. And we're going to see those temperatures warming up into the mid-80s, taking a look by Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Now that a new year is here, start 2026 by showing your gratitude. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Teachers give their time, money, and hearts to help students succeed. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. The new year just got a lot more affordable. With recent Federal Reserve rate cuts, interest rates are coming down, as low as 0% APR. If you've been waiting to upgrade, now's the time. Greenway has financing options designed to take advantage of today's lower rates, even if you have less than perfect credit. See what's available now at greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit. Offers expire 2/5/26.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday?
No!
Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Finding excuses to not do your taxes? Well, you can start today and file for free with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. Just file on your own in the Credit Karma app by February 28th and you'll pay $0. Start filing for free today. Offer only for those who didn't file with TurboTax last year.
Saturday, January 24th, put on your dancing shoes for a night of fun under the stars. Rhythm on Ruby is back. This energetic street party nestled in the downtown Tavares waterfront district features live music, dueling pianos, strolling LED entertainment, a photo booth, giveaways, and more. Browse unique vendors and enjoy food trucks throughout the street. Be sure to check out our incredible local eateries for even more amazing food and drinks. See you Saturday, January 24th from 4 to 10 p.m. for Rhythm on Ruby. More info at Tavares.gov.
I used to talk about the weather as small talk. Now I talk about McValue deal days at McDonald's. A 99-cent select breakfast sandwich on Mondays? I'm chit-chatting about it. A sausage McGriddles to start my week? Catch me yapping all day, dude. I'm not even mad about it. You want the deals? You need the app. Wake up with a delicious breakfast sandwich only in the app. These deals will definitely give you something to talk about. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Mondays in January and February. Participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. It's time for the Froggers Football Forecast on the Jim Colbert Show.
It is time for the Froggers Football Forecast, brought to you by our good friends over at Froggers Grill and Bar, for these beautiful locations all throughout Central Florida to house you while you watch the games of your choice, whether it be basketball, whether it be college football, baseball coming up, the Olympics, golf. It does not matter. They got you covered, not only with cool spaces to check that out, but cool stuff in there. Pinball machines, foosball machines, pool tables, cool people to take care of you, ice cold beer, and delicious food.
Oh, yeah, and there's one in a neighborhood near you. You can find it online at Froggers.com. More specifically, we're talking Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs. Thanks for lunch today.
Yeah,
it was great. Had that Cuban sandwich, which was absolutely delicious.
I did. Ross and you got me onto these boneless chicken wings, and they're like popper.
Yeah.
You're eating them. It's so easy.
Yeah. And they're tasty as well. So thanks again. Best blue cheese in the business.
Yeah,
you just can't beat it.
I got a tub of it today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Actually,
Yeah.
I could actually eat it with a spoon today.
That batch for extra blue cheese.
All right, so we are going to do it a little bit differently this week because we do have we only have the two games that we're trying to pick. So not only are we going to pick the winners and losers, we're also going to pick the total points for each game as well.
Yeah, and we'll see who's closer. We'll take it all, not just for a tiebreaker. We'll just add it all up, and then we'll see who's closest with the point differential. And I have Ross's picks. He has sent them to me, so he is now logged. I have made my picks, but there's only two games. You got Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos in Denver. And then you have Seattle Seahawks hosting your Los Angeles Rams.
All right, let's go with the Denver Patriots game first, Deb. Remember, Denver's quarterback is out.
Yeah, I'm going Patriots.
Yeah, they're going with the backup quarterback. It is going to be, I don't know how the weather is going to be up there this Sunday. It can't be great.
No, but the Patriots are used to that.
Yeah.
Weather won't be a factor for them.
You're right.
Altitude could be.
Yeah.
What's been their history with Denver this season?
Well, I know the Patriots have a real weird thing with Denver. If I remember right, Brady went in there twice during the playoffs during his run, like in that last, and he lost. I think he's only 1 for 3 against the Broncos.
Oh,
so
wow.
The Patriots have a weird thing with the Broncos. I don't know what it is, but they do.
All right. Weather should not be a factor. We are looking at high around 49 during the day.
That's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Who'd you go with, Jack?
I have Patriots.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Patriots. I think if Bo Nix was in the game, it would probably make this decision a little harder.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this guy Stidham is not good. Matter of fact, everything I've heard about him, he's supposed to be a pretty good player. But this is the championship game, and the guy hasn't played a snap in a while, so you can't expect him to go out there and run the full blown offense and deal with this team, the Patriots, that are on one a little bit. I like the Pats.
Yep.
Scores? What do you think, Deb? Total points.
38.
Ooh, low. That's a low-scoring game.
No.
The line is 42.5.
Yeah.
Oh, is
That's
it?
all right. I mean, it just means you're under. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
I was going between 43 and 38.
I'm going to go 54, Jack.
Ooh.
I'm going to go 43. I'm changing from my 38.
All right, I'm going 54. Deb's going 43.
Deb copies me.
All right.
And Jim is
All right, let's go to the other game, the Rams and the Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks. It's not even close. I think they are going to absolutely blow the Rams completely out of that place. I think it's going to be gross.
Really?
Yes. The Seahawks are unbelievably good. That defense is crazy, and the Rams literally stumbled through both of their games in the playoffs to get to where they are now.
Yeah.
So I think the Seahawks are going to beat the complete hell out of them. I think Seahawks, and I'll go 54 in that game as well.
Nice.
I am going Seahawks, and I will go 52.
Nice.
What's the line on that game?
That is 46.5.
Ooh, okay. I'm feeling comfortable.
And I will say between me and Ross, one of us has the Seahawks. The other one took the Rams.
No way, really?
Really.
He took the Rams, didn't he?
He did.
Why would he take the Rams against that team? Did he see them play?
No, Vegas. He always goes with those Vegas odds.
It's in Seattle, is it not?
It is.
They can't be a dog at home against this football
They're
team.
not a dog.
Do we know what what Vegas is saying about the game?
It's got to be like 3.5 or something.
I think it's about 3.5.
Yeah.
Seattle, obviously.
It's got to be.
Now, Patriots are minus 4.5, and Seattle's minus 2.5.
Okay, wow, that's crazy that spread is only like that. God, did anybody see Seattle play?
Yeah.
God almighty.
Maybe he thinks that Sean McVay and the Rams will have their number.
Yeah, maybe so, I guess. Well, there you go. Well, that's all picked up. And, of course, next Tuesday, we'll do the Froggers football follow-up, and that's where somebody will win a $25 gift card to Froggers Grill and Bar. If you can choose the member of the show that not only picked the winners correctly, but also had the points correctly as well.
Points,
Yeah. Crazy business, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
don't follow my lead from last week when it comes to points.
Thanks, Froggers. We appreciate that. Again, 4 of those locations to serve you. I mean, they have them out in Altamont. They have them in Mount Dora. They got them in Oviedo. They have them everywhere. In Altamont Springs. So go check them out. Froggers.com for the one nearest you. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We do have another keyword coming up for you in a few minutes. Danny Meyering in next from Orlando Date Night Guide to find out what's going on in Orlando this weekend.
She's already downstairs working.
That's
Always
funny.
working.
We had a meeting with her today at 1 o'clock here. And we get done with the meeting. We're like, we'll see you in 2.5 hours. Like, we'll see you in just a few minutes.
And she's probably been downstairs working the whole time.
Jackie, you got plans to watch games anywhere or just at the house?
Oh, yeah. Sunday, Championship Sunday, I'm usually right on my couch.
And it's a late game and then a night game, right?
Yeah, the 3 o'clock and then the
6:30 thing or whatever? Yeah, for sure.
Where are you going?
I'll be at home. I mean, I'll be at home watching football. I think some of the kids are coming over and we're going to just pile up and watch football. That's what I think. Probably going to cook. Playing golf that morning.
This is the second to last weekend.
I can't wait.
My heart's already breaking for you guys, except for you, Jack, because you're going to be hearing the crack of a bat soon.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, when does spring training start?
February pitchers are called in.
Wow, really? Already? God,
it's always late February. Pitchers and catchers report.
Yeah, there you go. All right, 77031, your new keyword coming up right now.
Freshie.
This has been the Froggers Football Forecast. Find the Froggers near you at Froggers.com. Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crews still working on that accident. John Young Parkway northbound at Ham Brown Road. 2 right lanes there remain blocked. Lots of company on I-4 westbound between Fairbanks Avenue and Robinson Street. Also a slow ride I-4 westbound between Sand Lake Road and 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Are you ready to sell your home, but you're worried that it will sit on the market for months? My friends at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty have a guaranteed way to get your home sold. With their guaranteed cash offer program, there's no showings or open houses, and you can close in as little as 14 days. The Nickley Group meets with over 300 new and active buyers every single month and sell a home on average every 9 hours. Google the Nickley Group or go to thenickley.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Add in great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
Ugh. Time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leafilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leafilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leafilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leafilter.com/block.
Don't miss comedian, actor, and writer Sheng Wang coming to the Hard Rock Live Orlando February 1st, 2026.
I've been reading a book for a few weeks. I'm still at the preface. I always pack a book, when I'm on tour, afternoon at the beach, a picnic. I always bring a book. I just don't read it. I'm not well-read, but my books are well-traveled.
Sheng Wang, Hard Rock Live Orlando, February 1st. Tickets are on sale now.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who value speaking to the right people at the right time. That's why we answer the phone ourselves, to understand you and help you invest for the life you want, because you've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a human connection. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henning & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henning & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone, it's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey, man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, it doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle and, less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better. You're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. It's a game changer, and you're going to look better and you're going to lose weight. And remember, you get a combo of testosterone and a GLP-1. It will burn that belly fat, and you're going to get ripped. So this month, get your free GLP-1 medication, a $299 value when you start testosterone therapy only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Book your video appointment today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
This is the sound of Lucy, staying on top of her spending. You see, even though she's buying a new pair of jeans, she knows that it fits within her monthly budget. Because Wells Fargo will send an alert if her balance drops below her set amount. Yep, nothing gets past Lucy, or Wells Fargo for that matter. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
The football postseason lives on iHeartRadio.
And Denver's going to the AFC Championship game.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
Fox Sports Radio.
And now you have Denver without Bo Nix and you got Jared Stidham.
Or local stations that bring you the games live.
Ball's intercepted and the Broncos have it at their own 40.
This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
Just open the iHeartRadio app and search NFL to dive in.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. F-R-I-E-N-D. Friend. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What up, Jim and crew? Deborah, Jack, how are you? Hey, this is Eric, Jack's water guy. I bet their blue cheese is great, but look up a place called Wings Plus in South Florida. It is world renowned. No one can figure out the recipe, and there's only one person on earth who knows it. Check it out if you're ever down there. Best wings and blue cheese in the world. Love you guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Appreciate that. I'll debate it. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Friend is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's F-R-I-E-N-D. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Friend, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. And we want you to win that money.
Good luck.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
Let's do date night done right.
Whether you're dating and in love or married and in a fight, keep your romance shining bright. This is date night done right.
Good nod for our friend, Miss Danny Myrie.
Yay! Woohoo!
Here, courtesy of OrlandoDateNightGuy.com and Orlando-parenting.com as well. Good morning, good afternoon. How are you, young lady?
I'm wonderful. I'm happy whatever time it is.
Yeah. Seen a whole bunch of you today.
Yes, you have. 30 extra minutes you got.
Yeah. Had a meeting a little bit earlier for a gig possibly coming up as we're going to collab with some stuff this year, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Danny drops by every Thursday around 4 o'clock to let us know some cool things happening in the city. And this is everything from nice dinners to just family gathering stuff. And again, everything we say here you can find in the pages of Orlando Date Night Guide. And if you didn't hear something you like, just go over to the site. Plenty of choices. We're just highlighting some stuff that Danny likes herself. What you got for us this week?
Yeah, so it is an exciting time in Orlando as we get ready to kick off Orlando Beer Week. So that kicks off this weekend and then goes all the way into next week. And so different breweries are doing all kinds of different things. So it's a cool social time. I guess it's time to throw dry January out the window the last week of January. Screw it.
That's so interesting. It's weird.
Have you seen the news?
On social, right? On social, I have seen a lot of breweries, like their presence has been a lot bigger. I didn't know that there was, quote, an Orlando Beer Week, but I know 1010 has been very active. They have they had their Rib Fest like a couple weeks ago, but they've been on doing a lot of stuff on social. So, and that's a legit OG Orlando brewery, in the hottest spot in town,
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. One of our favorites. So one of the things that's happening is Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is the Orlando Beer Week meetup at Zymerium Meadery. So this is Orlando's first meadery. They've been around 2 or 3 years now. Such a cool place. And if you haven't tried mead, it's not like just sipping on honey. Like there's different flavors, different nuances, and it's gluten-free. So a lot of people that can't do gluten appreciate this option. So Saturday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., a evening of conversation, connection, and craft beverages, and just kind of sets the tone for the full beer week that'll be coming up and kicking off. We do have a plethora of events. We'll talk about some when I'm on next week, but you can go to OrlandoDateNightGuide.com and you can check out this month's guide so you can see some of the upcoming stuff. Happening also Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. is Starry Night, a celebration of art and science at Bach Tower Gardens. You know I love mentioning Bach Tower Gardens. It is a heck of a drive, but once you get there, it is paradise on earth. It's gorgeous.
And DeSantis just mentioned they're about to build something new at Bach Tower. Like they're building like a 250-year memorial for the U.S. or something out there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I thought you were going to mention a toll road, and I was about to throw this chair.
No. It's they're adding stuff to Bach Tower, and if you haven't been there,
it is gorgeous.
Everybody I know that's ever been out there says it's great. They do luncheons out there sometimes. There's all kinds of cool events going on, and of course, it's just a beautiful spot to begin with.
Yeah. So this particular event, it starts off at 11, but the key highlight is that they're going to be open until 8:30 p.m., which is rare. They're going to have telescopes. And so when you're out there, even with the urban sprawl, it's still one of the best places with a nice dark sky. So you're going to have astronomers there. They're going to have space-themed presentations, which is pretty cool considering we've got Artemis 2 on the horizon. Yeah. So it's a neat time to kind of get your nerd on and be into that space stuff. Happening also Saturday at noon is Science on Tap at the Orlando Science Center. So this is their huge annual craft beer phenomenon. Helps raise money for the Orlando Science Center itself. VIP, if you get that, is at noon. If you do general admission, it's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. They're going to have lawn games and food trucks. 30 different breweries are participating. Again, another cool way to sort of kick off Orlando Beer Week. They do say minors 16 years or older must have a valid designated driver, no alcohol ticket, and be with a paying 21 and up guest to enter. Sounds like they might have had something go down in the past.
One way to keep the kids away.
That sounds like we learned a lesson rule right there. Last week we had a 15-year-old.
Yep. Let's see. So another Saturday event at 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the Electric Dog Carnival. So this is EDC with dogs at Barkhaven, which is near Mills 50 in Ivanhoe area.
Yeah.
So
what are they doing?
It's like a dog rave. So
that's all you need is your dog tripping.
So we're just gonna see dogs with pasties and jean shorts.
You might.
Okay.
They might be matching dog and owner costume situation.
Oh, that's scary.
So they describe it as an EDM-fueled, dog-friendly carnival, high-energy electronic music. Let me try that again. Immersive lights and a foam-filled atmosphere for a one-of-a-kind. I can't do it. I'm losing it. A one-of-a-kind night built for dogs and their humans.
Okay.
With a live DJ set by Chasen Space.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
All right.
That sounds
trippy.
Yeah, it sounds lonely. It sounds lonely a little bit, you know. Like, maybe I got nothing else to do. I'll go up there and take my dog and get him a Dr. Seuss hat or something, and maybe a glow necklace, and let him rip it.
Someone get Apollo out of the foam pit.
Apollo.
You might want to wear long sleeves and long pants for this one. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine putting a foam-covered dog back in your car?
Woo! All right, moving right along.
You want to go just to watch, don't you?
Oh, I want to go as well.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I hope they have a webcam or something. You know? Happening Saturday and Sunday is the Orange City Blue Spring Manatee Festival. So last weekend, Crystal River had their huge Manatee Festival. We're having our own smaller one Saturday and Sunday in Orange City. This is at Valentine Park, which I think is a cute name considering the time of year.
Yeah.
It is $12 for adults, $3 for kids, and obviously family-friendly stuff happening there, wildlife education, environmental exhibits, local vendors, food, and live entertainment. And then something for wellness or for, happy wife, happy life situation. Orlando Girls Walk Club is happening on Sunday at 9 a.m. at Harbor Park in Baldwin Park.
Okay, that's cool.
So this will be a 2.5-mile walk around the lake.
Yep.
It's free. It's just a great option for, girls to have a moment, to have some time. I always am a better wife when I get a little bit of self-care time. So this is a good suggestion for that.
Cool walk too, by the way. I mean that we live there. You used to walk around that lake all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice stroll, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
The last part of it, if you start right there at that park and go right, the last part of it kind of goes through these trees. It's almost like a tunnel of trees, which is actually very cool. But it's really nice out there. And of course, there are plenty of places once you're done, you can pop in for some food or drink, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good tree canopy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm an old lady in that regard.
I'm with you. Total tree hugger right over here.
And lastly, I want to mention something that my husband and I did earlier this month, a little bit of a day trip. So we went to the Marine Science Center in Ponce. Yeah.
Something else. Never mind.
Sorry.
That'll be a later segment, maybe sometime down the road. Maybe I'll partner with it's Colette. Is that his name?
There you go.
We'll collab.
Yeah.
That's a collab.
So the Marine Science Center in Ponce Inlet is a really cool place. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's near the lighthouse that's out there.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that.
And it's a real community kind of spot, but you include it in your admission, which is $10. You can feed stingrays. There's sea turtle rescues, so you can see the cool things that they're doing to help the sea turtles out there. They have a birds of prey area and a water birds area, with rescued pelicans and stuff. And then what we did is we went to Tiki Docks in Port Orange, which is it's not like traditional tiki. It's like beach Florida tiki. Mm-hmm. Double-decker building with kind of a rooftop vibe out on the water. So definitely recommend that if somebody's looking for kind of a 1-2 punch, nice little
that sounds
trip.
good, man.
Yeah.
Kids love animals like that. I mean, anytime you go to, my kids used to love to feed the stingrays at SeaWorld. That was their thing. They loved it.
And kids at heart.
Yeah.
Exactly. Big kid breaker.
Can't lose there, man.
Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty great that it's included in admission, and it's a small, intimate spot, so you're not overwhelmed with crowds.
Yeah.
And we put a reel up on Orlando Date Night Guide's Instagram with Tiki Docks, so you can take a look at it. And if you comment waterfront on that one, then our cool little tool will automatically send you our waterfront restaurants guide, because this is going to be a good weekend to eat out on.
Yeah.
We're going to be the envy of the rest of the country.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, it's actually going to be very warm this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm supposed to be, I'm playing golf Sunday, and I think it's supposed to get up to like 83 degrees this weekend.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we dive right back down next week, where the high, I think, Tuesday is like 51 degrees. So we go from 83 to 51 in 48 hours.
Yep.
But that's
the roller
Florida.
coaster.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Well, good job, man. This is awesome stuff. So, again, if you missed any of this, it's JimCorbettLive.com, or you can go to OrlandoDateNightGuide.com. It's all there, plus other stuff. You want some family stuff. Orlando-Parenting is there as well. That includes a lot of family-friendly stuff that you can enjoy, and make that a normal part of your repertoire when it comes to the weekend. Around Thursday, start perusing the pages, kind of find some things to do. Valentine's Day's coming up. Mother's Day's coming up.
Yeah.
They have great opportunities for you to find stuff that's kind of out of the box. If you get into that rut of doing the same thing over and over again, break that, because that's very good for you to do.
Absolutely.
And the Date Night Guide can help you do that for sure.
Yeah, that's part of why we have our weekly email that goes out every Thursday. So if you haven't signed up for that, both websites have that. And that way you don't have to even think about it. You can just look
Absolutely.
and see what your options are.
Good and loud for Danny, guys. What do you say? Again, it's OrlandoDateNightGuide.com. Danny, always good seeing you.
Thank you, guys.
You
Have
got
a
it.
great
weekend.
All right, 407-916-1041. 4 o'clock keyword is friend. That's FRIEND. Go to realradio.fm and send that out for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Date Night Done Right is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Mortgage brokers are better. Why? They do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It'll still be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but they have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And government studies prove buyers save $9,400 on average with a mortgage broker. That mortgage guy, Don, will give you a comparison quote today. Just go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. It's peace of mind at your fingertips. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Crew still working on that accident. Orange Blossom Trail southbound, just south of I-4. A right lane there is blocked. Also accident blocking 2 right lanes, John Young Parkway northbound at Ham Brown Road. And you have delays bumper to bumper on I-4 westbound between Fairbanks Avenue and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Core Flooring Center, baby. That's Corey. And that is where you go when it's time to reimagine what your home life can be. Think about it. You walk into that room that's like, it's okay. But what would it look like with better floors? And that is what you can get at Core Flooring Center on Cimarron in Winter Park. Whether it's waterproof vinyl laminate or vinyl planks, wood flooring, carpeting, Corey can handle it and offers a lifetime installation warranty as well. Not only that, he guarantees to beat any price you find. So you find a quote, you get a quote, you bring it to Corey. He is going to beat that on all installed products. And check this out. He'll donate to Save a Life Pet Rescue, a no-kill shelter as well, because he's that good of a guy. Plus, tell him Jack sent you. Save an extra $50. Man, it's great. You get new floors expertly installed, save money, and help some pets. You can't go wrong with Core Flooring Center. You find them online at coreflooringfl.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Racing's North Turn, Ponce Inlet.
I'm Mo DeWitt, your local Orlando injury attorney. I'm here to talk when you need me, ready to listen. You deserve someone who's available, responsive, and truly invested in your case. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. I'm just one call away at 1-800-CALL-MO.
You can feel the excitement in the air at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand, and Ocala. but we fumbled. We ordered way too many Mitsubishis, plus truckloads of pre-owned. Now we'll accept any reasonable offer. Fumble! Customer takes possession and pays thousands less. And all you need is a dime. One dime down. We'll even pay top dollar for your trade. That will lower your car payment even more. Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned. We have way too many new Mitsubishis. Outlander SUVs with 0% financing for 60 months and too many pre-owned. There's a flag on the play. It looks like credit interference. No problem. We have banks and credit unions ready to lend with low rates. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. Take the winning drive to RC Hill Mitsubishi. In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4. DeLand and Ocala. RCHill.com. RCHill.com. Time down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax title to qualified buyers.
Ugh, time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen, while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leaffilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/block.
I used to talk about the weather as small talk. Now I talk about McValue deal days at McDonald's. A 4-piece Chicken McNuggets Happy Meal for just $2.99 on Sundays? I'm chit-chatting about it. 6-piece Chicken McNuggets for just 99 cents on Wednesdays. Catch me yapping all day, dude. I'm not even mad about it. You want deals? You need the app. Get 99-cent McNuggets and a $2.99 Happy Meal only in the app. These deals will definitely give you something to talk about. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Sundays and Wednesdays in January and February at participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Ohana, how's it on a Thursday? Oh, check this Hawaiian jumping around, flying all over. You know, interesting to know. Through security checkpoints, crew members have their own line. They don't even go through regular security at TSA. If you have proper credentials and you dress the part, you start to develop relationships with the same people at all these places, you could skate through. Obviously not forever. Aloha.
Aloha.
Fireworks aren't scary enough for dogs. Now they have to add in flashing lights and techno music too.
I think I found Jim's category on Grindr. It was called Cue Ball Curious.
Easy.
Nice.
How'd you figure that out? Friend. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's FRIEND. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Friend is the word, guys. Good luck.
Get it.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
I talked to my wife this morning.
How's she faring?
Well, she's doing all right. She's trying to get the hell out of Dallas as quickly as possible. She doesn't want to get stuck there because they are anticipating some pretty nasty weather up there, and she's trying to get out as quickly as possible. She tried to get even a red-eye Thursday night tonight because her business is really done today. She's up there for a thing called WISA, which is a Western wear kind of, what do they call it, convention.
Yeah.
So that's what her company does, or part of what her company does, with a company called Legendary Whitetails, and they're up there trying to sell into different vendors all throughout the U.S. and stuff. So that's kind of what her job is out there. But she's just trying to get the hell out of Dodge because she doesn't want to get stuck in Dallas. She even told her boss, she goes, if our flight gets canceled, we're renting a car and we're driving. Her boss actually said, just rent the car and let's go. Like, let's just drive through the night and go. And I told her, I said, Tori, driving may be just as dangerous as flying.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I mean, I don't know if you understand. It's supposed to be like really, really, really bad. And
especially if you've never driven in snow or ice, you can't underestimate how dangerous that can be.
It's brutal, man. When we lived in West Virginia, even for that short period of time that I lived up there, I was old enough to be cognizant enough to know that, it's dangerous. And it's so funny because the storm that's supposed to be coming through, or it will be coming through, they're worried because it's ice. It's not that it's just snow, it's ice. And of course, it's going to they said if it could put a quarter to a half an inch, coat of ice over everything. I've actually experienced a small version of that. When I lived in West Virginia, we did have an ice storm. Now, it only put like an eighth of an inch, just barely a coating, but it's over everything. Like loose gravel, it doesn't matter. If it has a surface, and rain can get to it, it has a coating of ice over it, and it's a nightmare. I mean, I remember we had to go do something that day, and my dad had those spikes in the tires, right?
Yeah.
Not the chains, but the tires actually had these little spikes in them, like golf shoes. Even with that, as we were going up this one hill, the truck just gave loose and just slid down sideways down the hill until we came to the bottom. It just would not stop it. And imagine that over a swath of, 9, 10, 25 states?
Actually,
whatever
33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to get that bad in all 33, though.
But, I mean, it doesn't have to get that bad, especially in those states that aren't used to dealing with that kind of winter weather. They don't have the snow plows. They don't have the salt machines. They don't have the stuff to even get the first responders back out on the roads.
And it's already a 15-hour drive. And I said at 15 hours at highway speeds, Tor, you're not going to be able to go highway speeds with all that mess out there. So I'm praying to God that she doesn't do that. I begged her last night not to, and she ain't having it. I don't know if you guys know anything. She doesn't listen to me.
We know.
Yeah, she just wasn't having it. But anyway, I called to talk about this. Yesterday we talked about the sleep divorce.
Yes.
Because I texted her and I was like, how'd you sleep? And she said, oh God, so good. All exclamation points. And then I said,
alone away from you.
Yeah. Then I said, oh, my God, we're going to wind up getting 2 different beds, LOL, jokey joke. She typed back the lowercase LOL.
Right, the equivalent of, huh.
Yeah, exactly. This morning I asked her first thing, it's like, how'd you sleep last night? And I almost stopped myself because I didn't want to hear the answer before I even got the damn question out. Great! I slept great! Oh, didn't want to get up. Head hit the pillow, fell straight asleep.
Why don't you?
I'm going to tell you, buddy, if she comes home and she starts pitching this thing.
Before you go to that extreme, unless it's something you want, it might be a good thing. But why don't you investigate the pillows and the blankets? Have her take pictures of the tags. Maybe it's the bedding.
Oh, wow.
But maybe it's the mattress.
But we have a really nice mattress, dude.
I'm sure you do.
We do, though.
Apparently, she's not sleeping as well.
It's got nothing to do with the mattress. I know what it is. It's me or the dog.
Okay.
And I told her the dog is the worst because when she leaves,
of course he did. The dog said you're the worst.
The dog, because you have to understand, the dog is imprinted on her. If my wife had a pouch, the dog would never come out of it. Like it's like that, right? Very clingy. And when she sleeps, the dog crams herself like in the crease that she creates between her body and the mattress. Well, it's a pain in the ass. And I tell her, I said, one of the reasons you probably don't sleep well here at the house is because of this damn dog. So, she's been gone and I'm sleeping with this dog. And let me tell you, it sucks. The dog does not have boundaries, dude. The dog does not understand, get the blank away from me, because your dog's temperature is already hotter than us, covered in fur. So I wake up and I've got this sweat patch on my side from when she's sleeping next to me, and she doesn't understand go away. She thinks you're playing. So in the middle of the night, when I grab her by her stomach and I push her to the other side of the bed, that's a game.
Yeah.
Like I can see her playing around and then jumping back in and doing the same thing. So then now it's 2:40 a.m. and I'm fighting with my dog. She thinks I'm playing. I'm not playing. I just want her to get away from me. She ain't having it.
Yeah. With the cat scratcher.
I can't put her on the ground.
That you can run a household and not pay for it and just,
I know.
just kind of be a guest
God.
and just be the one in charge.
Oh, just do everything you want. I microwave her food.
Put her in another room.
Dude, she would
she would cry all night.
Unglued. I told Tori before this all started, I said, we're not letting the dog sleep in the bed with us. And the reason why is because once the dog gets a taste of sleeping in the bed with us, it's never going to want to sleep anywhere else, right? I said, let's make the dog sleep in a kennel, just like everybody else. Put her in the kennel, go to sleep. Once she gets used to it, she'll actually want to go in the kennel. She lets the dog sleep with us one time as a puppy. Done, dude.
I guess what you said at the start of the segment is true. My wife doesn't listen to me.
The dog doesn't either.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916.
It's funny because there was a hotel once. It's when we went to back in 2001, trip to Los Angeles. I remember we stayed at a hotel. I had a pillow in that hotel, and this is our rage trip. I had a pillow, and I've been thinking about that pillow for the next 20 years. I finally found a pillow I like. But I would always think of, that pillow was
Jack and I wondered what these people did to make money because they put us up in one of the nicest hotels in downtown L.A.
Yeah.
And by the way, downtown L.A. sucks.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And it's actually not much bigger than Orlando's downtown, which is kind of wild. It really isn't. But we got a really nice hotel in there, and Jack is 100% right. The sheets and the pillows and the bed were like next level.
It's like staying at a Ritz-Carlton between the carpet and the robes and the mattress and the sheets and the duvet. You just don't want to leave.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Don't forget your 4 o'clock keyword is friend. That's FRIEND. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Our buddy Glenn Klausman with Corporate Court is next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
At $5 a piece, that's $357,000 they made.
I'm stealing that idea for our next event.
They said $1 from each shot was donated to a school's local food bank.
Except for that part.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Thursday evening forecast. Seeing a mix of sun and clouds with a couple of sprinkles here and there through the rest of the evening. But other than that, we're going to see those clouds slowly start to clear out as we head through the overnight tonight with lows lingering throughout the mid and upper 50s. Taking a look at Friday, we have beautiful sunshine and warm temperatures on tap as we see those temps maxing out throughout the low 80s. And it's only going to get more sunny and warm from there. Temperatures reaching the mid 80s on Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
January 24th, it's Rhythm on Ruby in the Tavares Waterfront District with live music, dueling pianos, LED entertainment, unique vendors, food trucks, and local eateries too. See us Saturday, January 24th from 4 to 10 p.m. for Rhythm on Ruby. Info at Tavares.org.
There's a new app where you can invest in your insight. Introducing DraftKings Predictions, now available in your state. Big on playoff football? Pick a topic. Make your prediction with a yes or no. Then see, will your smarts pay off? DraftKings Predictions is new, simple to use with playoff trading available in your state. Download now. New DraftKings Predictions customers get up to a $25 first trade bonus with promo code WTKS. That's promo code WTKS. Don't just know it, predict it with DraftKings Predictions. The crown is yours. DraftKings Predictions is a CFTC registered introducing broker. Event contract trading involves substantial risk of loss. One per new customer. Opt-in required. Non-withdrawable predictions dollars expire in 1 year. Ends January 25th, 2026. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. See terms at dkng.co/predictionspromo.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
I used to talk about the weather as small talk. Now I talk about McValue deal days at McDonald's. A 99-cent select breakfast sandwich on Mondays? I'm chit-chatting about it. A sausage McGriddles to start my week? Catch me yapping all day, dude. I'm not even mad about it. You want the deals? You need the app. Wake up with a delicious breakfast sandwich only in the app. These deals will definitely give you something to talk about. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Mondays in January and February. Participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
You made it through the holidays, but that constant sniffle might be more than just a cold. Trouble breathing, allergies, sinus infections? That's where Aspire Allergy and Sinus comes in. You're busy, and who has time for allergy testing and weekly shots? At Aspire, we make it easy with same-day results and a personalized treatment plan built just for you. Skip the meds that only mask symptoms. Aspire offers real solutions so you can breathe easier and feel better for good. Visit AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone, it's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey, man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, it doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle and, less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. It's a game changer, and you're going to look better, and you're going to lose weight. And remember, you get a combo of testosterone and a GLP-1. It will burn that belly fat, and you're going to get ripped. So this month, get your free GLP-1 medication, a $299 value, when you start testosterone therapy only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Book your video appointment today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
So here I am again, at least in Mount Dora. Sunday we're going to be toasty warm with the highs in the 80s, but Monday morning we're looking around 38, which isn't quite freezing. You don't need to worry about your plants because the wind will be about 20 miles an hour. You'll be fine. And then we get past that, and it starts going up again. We're going to be good. It's everybody north of us that's screwed.
Yeah, I did lose a couple of flowering plants during the cold.
No.
Nothing bad, nothing expensive, easy to replace.
I had a win. All the weeds in my yard, it cooked them.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah. So it was good. I guess I can wait another month before I have to cut anything.
The roaches of the plant word, right? Yeah.
They'll be back.
All right, well, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Friend is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's FRIEND. You know what to do. Go to realradio.fm and send that on for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Let's do Colbert Court.
What you are listening to is real. Well, sort of. The participants are not actors. That's a fact. This is, however, a real case that will be decided here in our forum, the Colbert Court.
Colbert Court brought to you by our good friend Glenn Klausman and Klausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Klausman. Guys, good and loud for Mr. Glenn Klausman. There he is.
Thank you.
My man, you're all dressed up today. Had court stuff today? What do you got?
No, but we've got an event with judges and lawyers after this, so I'll dress up for it.
That's interesting to me. You know, every time that we've had a personal conversation about relationships with judges, I would think that would be heavily discouraged because of the idea of bias. That would every time that we talk about this, I'm like, that's wild that judges would have conversations and dinners and social time with attorneys that they'll have cases in front of.
That's true. That's true. It's groups. It's a group of judges and a group of lawyers. And I mean, I have lunch every now and then with certain judges that I know. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem.
And that's never brought up in the sense that it's never used. Like, hey, this guy has lunch with this judge. How can we guarantee this judge isn't looking on him favorably?
Well, hopefully he or she is. So, yeah.
In other words, quit blowing up my lunch spot.
Stop playing the game, right? All right.
Yeah,
All right. Glenn is a personal injury attorney here in Central Florida and has been for years. Actually, we were just practicing in this area for over 50 years.
Not yet 50 years.
Quite, though. Close.
But, I am what's called the judicial liaison, so I do have an obligation to be able to meet with judges every now and then. For the organization, the Central Florida Trial Lawyers. So,
and you just got another accommodation, did you not?
Accommodation, like where I stay?
Yeah, no. Yeah, you got another
Accommodation.
Award. A commendation. There you go. Did I say it wrong? Yeah, there you go.
I did, yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a notification. Again, I'm a super lawyer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Of course, that means it can fly.
Yeah, it's better than not. Put it that way.
Yeah, very nice.
And it's peer reviewed, so it's a good thing.
Yeah. Does that stuff work out? I mean, when you tell clients that, do they give it weight?
I don't know. I have it on my website. Maybe they look at it, maybe they don't. I give them a copy of my resume, but they never say, what kind of super lawyer stuff can you do for me?
Yeah. But you don't apply for this, right? It's just
you don't apply for it.
Yeah, they
you
just
don't apply for
they
it.
just nominate you and you're in.
They nominate you. They question other lawyers. They question judges, and that's how they claim that they come up with who's going to be a super lawyer.
Very nice. Yep. Well, congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Glenn always brings a case in. That's part of the bit that we do here. We'll read this case. It's usually a case that Glenn is either arguing or is considering arguing. We will kind of go around the room trying to figure out exactly what we think should happen, and then Glenn can give us an idea of what actually does happen. One of the reasons we do this segment is just so you can get a better idea of how things actually work when it comes to the legal nature of arguing cases. Sometimes you think you've got a case, and maybe you don't. Sometimes you think you're innocent, and maybe you aren't. And sometimes it works out really well in your favor if you just pay attention to the facts and stuff. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Jeff and Susie are friends, and 2 months ago were in Jeff's car when another car blew through a stop sign and T-boned Jeff's car. Jeff and Susie are both injured and both went to an emergency room, and both are continuing to get medical treatment from doctors for their neck and back injuries from the crash. Both hired Lawyer X, so they both hired the same attorney.
Okay.
All right. 2 passengers that were in the other car were also injured and have made claims. The driver of the vehicle that ran the stop sign has insurance with a limit to pay $20,000 for all of the injuries he caused. Lawyer X is telling Jeff and Susie they should each agree to accept $5,000 as their final settlement. Susie wants another option. What would you advise her to do? So there's $20K for the injuries, and for some reason this lawyer is saying you should accept 5 each, was only 10 total.
Yeah, because there's 4 claimants, so she wanted a second opinion as to what, that's the question. She wants a second opinion. What do you suggest for her?
Okay, so hold on. Does Jeff have insurance on his car?
Jeff has insurance on his car with no uninsured motorist coverage.
With no uninsured motorist.
Right.
Does she have uninsured motorist coverage?
She does not have uninsured motorist. She doesn't own a car. They're both college kids.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, how deep into this case are they? Because
not much. The accident happened 2 months ago.
Then I say hire another attorney. That's what I would say. This is one of those cases where folks don't need to believe they need to stick with someone just because they've started the paperwork necessarily.
And that's interesting. I don't know that we've had a case where it mentioned in the case that the two of the people involved hired the same attorney. And this is even more unique because it was the two people that were in the same vehicle. Is that rare? And do you recommend that?
It just depends. And that's a real good question. That's where, this case is kind of going. I don't know if you want me to expound on it now or let Jack jump in.
Well, we can let Jack jump in, but I just wanted to kind of make it around. Like, I don't remember us ever experiencing a situation like that where both people in the car hired the same exact attorney, and I don't know if that's an advantage or not. Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, we've done this so many times. I don't remember if we've done it before or not, like this specific scenario, but I do believe you have to look for alternate ways to get money, and you also don't have to settle. You can go for a bigger piece of the $20,000. You don't have to agree to split it with the two schlubs in the other car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the other thing is like, the two passengers in the other car, the guy caused the accident.
Yeah, but they didn't. They were passengers.
Yeah.
They're also victims.
Yeah.
Yep. They're also victims in this. But but I think you also have to look at where else can you get money? Where is he coming from? What's the relationship? Who owns the car? And see if there's another opportunity out there more than the $20K that's on the table.
Do we know how much Jeff and Susie's medical bills are right now? I mean, the emergency room trip alone is like $1,500, isn't it?
Well, they've got $10,000 each to pay towards their own medical bills. I don't know that they've used $10,000 each. This was a call I got where I didn't delve deep into it at this point because I saw there was other problems I needed to talk to this young lady about who called. And I didn't delve deep into it yet.
So they have the opportunity to split the other 10 as well. The people who are who were run into.
Yeah, here's the way it works. They have Jeff has his car insurance that will pay $10,000 towards his medical bills. Susie doesn't have any car insurance, doesn't live with a relative. She's not on a parent's policy, but she gets $10,000 in medical bills paid for under Jeff's insurance also. So then the two of them and the two passengers in the other car, the four victims, there's $20,000 to pay all four claims. And the insurance company is saying, we'll give the $20,000. You all figure out how to split it up. And Susie's saying, I want another opinion.
Okay, do we know if the other people, it says the other people were also injured and have made claims. Do we know the depth of the injuries for the other two?
We do not.
Yeah.
But they're only entitled so if they did the split evenly 4 ways, each of those people would get the 5, where it would be 15 in Susie's car for both people.
Right, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier.
His insurance, the driver who was not at fault.
But it leads me to believe the way the question is asked, though, is that there's a possibility that Susie and Jeff are actually that they should get more of the other money because, I mean, if Susie's looking for an option, this wouldn't even be a question if there was no problem. So what they're basically saying is they don't think the 20 should be split evenly.
Yeah, you can negotiate that based on the injuries and say, listen, they were in the other vehicle, they were with the person, and I don't know if it makes the people in the other car more of a victim because they had no connection with the person. Again, I don't know if there was where they were coming from or any other factors of other sources of income. Would money available would be playing.
Yeah, it's always good to look at other sources of income. And Susie did not know whether the other people went to the emergency room. An ambulance didn't come for any of them. But she doesn't know. She just thinks that she's getting the short end of it. She's still hurting, and she doesn't think she should have to take $5,000 and walk away.
Yeah, the lawyer X could say, "I'm sorry, Susie and the other they're more injured and deserve more of that $20,000. It's not an even split. They weren't injured evenly."
Yeah, that's kind of what I would say. I mean, I'm serious. That's kind of what I was thinking initially. Is like I think they just need to renegotiate the split because maybe the other two aren't injured as bad because they were,
And was the T-boning on the passenger side, on Susie's side?
T-boning was on the passenger side, Susie's side.
So she took the brunt of it.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yep.
I say that you obviously Susie needs to renegotiate the $20,000 split and use the severity of her injuries to negotiate a bigger cut of that pie because she was the one that took the brunt of the crash. That's what I think.
Right. And here a lawyer saying the insurance company says, here's a $20,000 pot. You 4 people split it up. We don't have anything else to do with it. And Susie's saying, I want another opinion from the other than what Lawyer X is telling me that I need to take $5,000 and walk away. Because, of course, she doesn't get $5,000. She's got to pay the lawyer his 1/3 and, you know.
Right. What do you, Deb, what is your final answer on this?
Well, I go back to, the example of Patrick, a client that Glenn had, a listener to the show, had gone to someone else who had said, yep, nope, your policy doesn't cover this. We're so sorry. You're not going to be able to have any restitution. Patrick brings the case to Glenn. Glenn knows you need to look here, here, and here in someone's insurance policy, and ended up finding that place for his injuries to be covered. So I think, to me, it sounds like Lawyer X is just taking the easiest way out.
Yeah.
There should be and probably is more monies available. They just don't have the legal representation to know where to look. So I say fire Lawyer X, go to Glenn Klausman, and get the money that you need.
Plot twist, what if Glenn was Lawyer X?
Not
and
possible.
You keep saying fire Lawyer
Not
X.
possible.
And
he would do too much work. He wouldn't do this.
And haven't we heard arguments that when this does happen, that there is like a sliding scale, that the person that received the most injuries does get most of the money out of it? I mean, even after the fact?
Yeah, well, the person with the most damages should get it. And, another factor we don't know is the two people in the other car that are hurt. Is there uninsured motorist coverage they can fall back on?
Right.
Susie doesn't know.
Right,
The lawyer didn't give her all that information. She doesn't know.
So Lawyer X isn't interested in finding it out.
Yeah, so obviously you would advise her to at least get another attorney and to get another opinion because you think there's money being left on the table.
Here's what I would advise. This is what I said to her. First of all, when two people are in an accident and you're going after someone else, if it's husband and wife, there's no problem. They don't have a conflict with each other. Here, as soon as the other lawyer found out, as soon as Lawyer X finds out, there's only one pot of money, and now I've got two clients that potentially are fighting over the same pot of money. At that point, that lawyer's got a conflict. And unless he has Susie and Jeff agreeing, understanding there's a conflict, both of us are going after the same pot, Jeff's interest and Susie's interest are not necessarily the same. Jeff may not be willing to say Susie gets more money than me, and Susie's not going to say Jeff gets more money than Susie. So at that point, the lawyer's got a problem. He's representing two clients that have he's got a conflict of interest with both of them.
They're trying to get money out of the same pot, and one thinks they deserve more than the other. There's no way he could represent both of them equally and be fair.
Right. I mean, how are you going to zealously represent Jeff and zealously represent Susie when they're both going after the same pot of money? So at that point, that lawyer's got a problem. And if Susie and Jeff had not agreed, once they knew that there's one pot of money that they've got to go after and it's limited, then he's got a problem continuing to represent both of them.
Wow.
So, I explained to her, the situation. I don't know very much about it, but I explained, you need to have a discussion with him about this. And I think the lawyer's at the point where he's got to say, if Jeff and Susie don't agree, I'm going to have to get out of this case.
Yeah. And they called you after the fact, so they already knew this was the case. So they've already talked to one lawyer about this.
Right. So, they hired this guy.
They hired him.
Yep, they hired him.
Oh, wow. So this is just not an opinion. They actually hired this guy.
They hired him.
Yeah.
They hired him, and the insurance company saw there's only $20,000 to go around. We got 4 people that are injured. Two went to the emergency room. I don't know what the others did, but here's the $20,000. The insurance company's position is, we're done with it. We only have to pay $20,000. Here it is. You 4 split it up.
So Susie should just lawyer up and go for the entire thing then, or go for the biggest chunk of it. And because you're right, we don't know that that's the only money, because we don't know that the other passengers have auto insurance that includes uninsured, which would also up the pot as well.
Well, it wouldn't up the pot for Susie, but they may not need to get the $5,000 if they got $100,000 in uninsured motorist coverage and they're not hurt that bad.
Right. Yeah. Susie could have it all at that point.
Yeah.
Or Susie and Jeff.
Susie and Jeff, sure.
Yeah. Are they romantically involved?
No, just college kids that were going downtown and had an accident.
Wow.
Yeah.
How big? I mean, how fast were they going in the impact? I mean,
you know what? Her airbags did not deploy on the side, so I don't know if she didn't know the car whether it had a side airbag or not. It was a side on her side, but more toward the front right fender.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah. So she just got jostled around quite a bit.
She got neck and back problems, and
she's young.
Yep, absolutely, college kid.
Yeah.
Went to the emergency room. Most college kids, when they get in an accident, they're not going to the emergency room unless they're hurt pretty bad.
No. Yeah.
And what does this stop sign runner have to say for himself, Glenn?
Who knows? Who knows? Probably say, I'm sorry, I didn't notice that stop sign.
What kind of vehicle were they in? Like a little car or something?
They weren't
Yeah.
in all of it.
So
I
it doesn't-
I didn't go into.
Yeah.
If she told me, it didn't make a difference.
Is this where you went down today? Is this the?
No. It's just that's another accident. I went and looked at the sequence of the lights.
That's kind of wild, right? That you have to do all that stuff. You have to go and look at lights to make sure the timing is it changes at the same time, so it matches up with it.
In this other case, I got a person saying I turned on a green arrow, and the other person says I had a solid green. So my thinking is probably the person that turned in front of the person with the solid green also had a solid green, didn't realize it, and turned in front of the person with the solid green. So I was looking at a timing sequence on the, when it turns green arrow, when it stops green arrow, how much of a pause there is before the other car comes
So
forward
when you
through
do
the
that,
solid green.
you would have to do it at the same time of the day, I presume, because they adjust
glare?
those things. Well, no, like at night, it might be a different timing pattern.
Oh,
it
just
might be a
because
different pattern.
the congestion level.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It's not much different. Daytime, at night it might be different, but here they're not different. Not much difference.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought you were going to say the glare. There are a number of lights out by where I live. The right time of day, you can't see it at all. I mean, when I say you can't see it at all, even if you put your hand up and try to block the sun, you cannot see the light. You have to wait for the other vehicles to move and just hope they got it right.
I've had plenty of cases where someone turns in front of someone and they said the sun was in my eyes, I couldn't see the light, and I turned in front of them and I didn't see the light because of the sun. Blame the sun.
Yeah.
Blame the sun.
Do you have to go back and look at it though? I mean, you have to go back and see. I mean, does that hold up in court?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I had one not that long ago where that exact thing happened downtown on Church Street, on a little bit on the west side, and I went and took a look at it, and at that time of morning, the sun was in the person's eyes.
Also,
but you don't turn when you don't see. You don't turn. They didn't see the oncoming car.
And also in rural areas that happen sometimes, I believe there's at least one of these out where we live, that vegetation can grow in front of a sign, whether it be a speed limit sign, a stop sign, whatever the case may be. And of course, it's the county's responsibility to keep that clear. Do those cases hold up? Like if you were to go through a stop sign and say, well, man, I didn't even see the thing. The vegetation from the road covered up the sign and I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, I don't know where you live. I've never seen that.
Are you serious?
I've never seen vegetation covering up stop signs.
Overhanging trees. In a four-stop corner, overhanging trees, a limb grows too far and grows down and grows in front of the sign.
Maybe. I mean, I just haven't had a case like that. It's. I just haven't had a case like that.
All right. Well,
I've had cases where, of course, the vegetation. We talked about this before. Somebody will have a shrubs or vegetation where you pull up to turn and you can't see what's going on because of all the hedges or vegetation.
Yeah, we had that little thing in Publix that happened there where you pull out there. You have to stick your car so far out in the intersection to see if somebody's coming because of the vegetation, and then somebody hit you on their bicycle on the on the bike trail.
Yep. And I remember Sean when he was over on the Publix on 7092. He said there were accidents there all the time because the shrubs were too high and
you can't see.
People didn't see. Yep.
You have to pull out too far to be able to see.
Yeah.
Good job today, man. It's always good seeing you.
Thanks. Always good seeing you guys.
Klausman Law, that's KLAUSMAN.com. Offices in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Call that man right there, Mr. Glenn Klausman. Good and loud, guys.
Thanks
for
so
Mr.
much.
Glenn Klausman.
Yay! Woo-hoo!
All right, buddy. We'll see you next week. Good job. Have a good weekend.
Absolutely. Have a good weekend, Glenn.
407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Crash still partially blocking the on-ramp 1792 northbound from I-4. Also, 2 right lanes continue to be blocked on that accident, John Young Parkway northbound at Ham Brown Road. Bumper to bumper on I-4 eastbound between Champions Gate Boulevard and World Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Hey guys, Jim here for Tools Ace Hardware. The new year is a perfect time to refresh your home with Benjamin Moore paint right there at Tools Ace Hardware. Love Benjamin Moore paint. Very good quality, good coverage without multiple coats, saving you money. Great colors as well. Matter of fact, you can discover thousands of those beautiful Benjamin Moore colors, including that brand new 2026 Color of the Year Silhouette. And at Tools Ace Hardware, their knowledgeable associates are ready to help you one-on-one with your next paint project. And they have everything all the rollers, all the trim brushes, all the drop cloths, all the hardware you need to make that paint project perfect. You can get that at Tools Ace Hardware. Just visit one of Tools Ace Hardware's 14 Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or local delivery, and that's even on paint. It's Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
The accident wasn't your fault, so why should you be burdened with the medical bills? This is Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get overwhelmed by mounting medical bills. I'll fight to ensure that the responsible party pays what you're owed. Injured on the go? Don't wait. Visit justcallmo.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone, it's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, it doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle and less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. It's a game changer and you're going to look better and you're going to lose weight. And remember, you get a combo of testosterone and a GLP-1. It will burn that belly fat and you're going to get ripped. So this month, get your free GLP-1 medication, a $299 value when you start testosterone therapy only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Book your video appointment today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours. With results from their advanced digital testing, Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
afternoon, Culver & Company's Concrete Mike.
Mike!
So a woman walked into the house, and as she came into the kitchen, found her husband stalking around with a fly swatter. And she said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm hunting." And she said, "Hunting flies?" And he said, "Yes." She said, "You catch any?" And he said, "Yeah, 5. I got 3 males, 2 females." She said, "How can you tell the male flies from the female flies?" She said, 3 were on a beer can, 2 were on the phone.
Mike.
5 o'clock keyword is pay. P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Pay, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win that money.
Yep.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah, he is.
Mike coming in with jokes. How about that? 407-916-1041. You can always text us 77031. Our friend Colette Frere is out in the lobby. She'll be with us next segment. She's a couples therapist, relationship expert. She's actually done some time with you guys. First time I met her was just outside. I know she's started a podcast with Tom and Dan called, or I say with Tom and Dan. It's actually not. It's with their kind of network. It's called Love Thy Neighbor.
Not only that, she just authored another book called The Cost of Quiet.
Yeah, and that's the book I was talking about earlier. And I have to tell you,
article.
It is as on point as you can imagine.
Absolutely.
That is one of the truest relationship statements of all time. And, of course, we'll let Colette explain that a little bit later when she's in. That's just a few minutes from now. So, quick question.
No, let me get a Google tab open.
No. You're fine. You're fine. I've got all the answers on this one, Deborah. You don't have to do any work.
Okay, let me get another Google tab open.
There you go.
All right, very good.
2 Google tabs. Shoot.
Google tab, 3 Google tabs. So we all occasionally will imbibe in a fast food burger, will we not?
Yeah.
Now, do you have your favorite fast food burger that you imbibe in? What is it?
Culver's.
Culver's?
Yeah, I do like a Culver's.
Do you get the butter burger like a true Wisconsin girl?
Come on, like you need to ask.
Some fried cheese curds to go along?
No.
All right, no.
I like my cheese curds fresh.
Jack, what is your go-to when you're going to cheat and you're going to have that fast food burger? Who is it for you?
It would probably be a Big Mac.
A Big Mac?
Yeah. I mean, there's places I'll go for a burger that, that have a really good burger, but I couldn't call them fast food.
Yeah. Man, I got to tell you, it's a couple for me. I actually did not have any relationship with the Culver's burger until they built one not even 2 miles from my house. And the Culver's burger is a good burger. They do the crinkle fries.
Yeah.
But to me, the Culver's experience it really does kind of hinge on the fact of how they cook their fries. Because sometimes you can get the fries and they're cooked a lot, so they're real crispy, and sometimes they're not that crispy, and that does change the texture of that entire experience to me.
Without a doubt.
It used to be Steak and Shake. The problem with Steak and Shake burgers is the flavor is great. I can eat one in 3 bites because they're really not that big.
Steak and Shake.
But they're so good. Here's the question. Of the burgers that we like, I would say that my guilty pleasure burger is probably a Quarter Pounder, which I get one about every 2 weeks. I'll get a Quarter Pounder with cheese and a 10-piece nugget, and that is my you are a terrible person meal. And I'm not saying because the food's bad, it's just because it ain't the best for you. But I love the taste of a Quarter Pounder when I do that. And occasionally Wendy's, right? I'll do like a Wendy's double.
Yeah, and sometimes there is that burger hanger that only a McDonald's product can satisfy.
I'm telling you,
That's
man.
either the Big Mac or the Quarter Pounder.
Something about that. All right?
Yep.
Now, the reason I ask this is...
The all-beef patty.
Who do you think makes the most healthy fast food hamburger?
Ooh.
And by the way, some of the ones mentioned today are definitely on the list. There's 7 burgers they tried, and I'll give them to you real quick, and you can tell me which one you think. Now, this is in no particular order.
All right.
The Whopper Jr., right?
Okay.
Wendy's Jr. hamburger, classic McDonald's burger, In-N-Out burger, Culver's burger, Whataburger Jr., or the Shake Shack hamburger. Not cheeseburger, hamburger, because we're going for healthy here, so we're trying to cut the calories as much as possible. So they nixed the cheese.
I'm guessing. I think there are 2 on the list that I think are near the front, and it would be Culver's and Wendy's.
I'm going Culver's. I'll go Burger King.
Very interesting. Culver's is next to last.
Really?
Culver's out of 7 burgers comes in number 6.
You know why?
Their butter burger.
It's that butter. It's the butter.
It's the butter burger.
Butter is the stuff of life.
The highest calorie count without extra toppings is the Culver's butter burger at almost 400 calories without any cheese or any extra toppings.
That explains why I'm a butter ball.
The Shake Shack hamburger is the worst.
Really?
It says piled with toppings, special sauce. It isn't your best option. The chain's classic hamburger is a healthier choice for a fast food burger. We're talking 24 grams of carbs, 8 grams of saturated fat, 850 milligrams of sodium. Not good. The number one burger, the healthiest burger out there, is the Wendy's Junior Hamburger.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. The Wendy's Junior Hamburger had a 230 count calories, low salt, 4 grams of saturated fat, 12 grams of protein, and just 24 grams of carbs. So if you're getting a fast food burger and you want to keep it as healthy as possible, the Wendy's Junior Hamburger is the best one.
Well, it's probably just, ketchup, mustard, and pickles.
And you picked out the number 2. The Burger King Whopper Jr. is the second healthiest burger.
That's the meal I get as a Whopper Junior meal.
That's funny. My wife
cheese.
My wife only eats kids' meals.
Well, same here.
Yeah, because she can't eat the whole thing, and can I tell you, she barely finishes the kids' meal.
Yeah.
The classic McDonald's burger is the 3rd healthiest. The In-N-Out burger is the 4th. Whataburger Jr. is the 5th, and then of course going into the Butter Burger, and then into the Shake Shack hamburger. I think you just say Shake Shack, and it's automatically bad for you.
Yeah.
It does seem that way.
I don't need I don't think you could be the Shake Shack napkin. Right. is worse for you. And anytime you walk past a what's the really Five Guys?
Oh yeah.
Man, there's a Five Guys on an end cap in that in a shopping center that we have near us, Jack.
Yeah.
And when you drive by that thing, you just drive by it, and you're like, how do people even go inside? Like it just smells, just because the frying oil of the fries and everything.
Yep.
It smells unbelievable. I mean, but you just know when you walk in there what you're getting.
Yeah.
Because I think that triple burger or whatever is one of the worst ones for you, right? One of the worst fat ones.
Which means it's the most delicious.
Yeah, it is the most delicious. Yeah. I haven't had a Five Guys since I lived in Baldwin Park.
Yeah, it's 100 calories just to park.
Yeah, and it's funny. I read this list and I was like, man, I got to tell you, I think every one of these burgers holds up. None of them have cheese. Like there's not cheese. They're all hamburgers, and I don't eat hamburgers.
Well, that lends itself to the question: if you're going to cheat with a burger, a fast food burger in the first place,
yeah. Why?
Just get the cheeseburger and skip the other toppings.
Yeah.
But I don't. If it's not really that healthy for you in the end, then just have a little bit of fun with it.
What is your fast food experience like when you guys do crave something? I mean, is it? Do you have a favorite fast food? Is it always the Big Mac, Jack?
If I'm going to McDonald's, no, it's not. Sometimes, I mean, like my daughter turns me on to some of the special meals where it's like these $5 specials, or you can do it's a burger, it's like 4 nuggets and a drink and stuff, and it's like I was like, I never would have looked at that.
Really?
She speaks your love language.
Well, I always, you get what you know, and when they change around those value, I don't delve into the value menu so much, and I know that's one of the things that the fast food places have been focusing on is trying to get more attention back to their value meal, because it kind of went away. They used to have I think they did away with it, the dollar stuff, right?
They did, but now they're bringing it back.
Because they saw that drop off.
Well, one of the things that happened like about 3 or 4 months ago is people started kind of posting the cost of eating at fast food restaurants when we are feeling this crunch of, food costs, and people are like, it just cost me $17 for a number 2 at McDonald's. Or people were like, what? For a burger and fries and a drink, $17 or whatever? Yeah. And that was when the big blowback, and then all the fast food places started kind of catching on that sales were down because their food prices were expensive, and I believe McDonald's was the first company to kind of reach out and do a $10 meal or $9.99 or whatever. That's what brought Chili's back to life, by the way.
Yeah.
Really? Or was it Chili's? Not Chili's. No, it was Chili's. Chili's did that $9.99 burger deal, right? Where it was the burger, fries, and a drink for $9.99, and they turned that entire franchise around with a damn hamburger.
Yeah.
because it was such a good deal, and you couldn't even get a better deal at a drive-through.
Yeah, to go in and sit down at a restaurant, fast casual?
Yeah,
restaurant,
fast, right?
And get a meal for under $10.
And some service. The only problem is you have to tip. You don't tip at drive-thrus. I mean, that's the only thing, but still.
Oh, wait, they're going to start asking.
You're only paying $9 for it. Who cares? All right, 407-916-1041. Again, pay is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's P-A-Y. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Our friend Colette Fair is next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident still blocking the shoulder, Beachline westbound before Innovation Way. Also, 1792 northbound, the on-ramp from I-4 is partially blocked. Lots of company on I-4 eastbound between Champions Gate Boulevard and World Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is vital that your AC company has your back at all times, and that's for heating and for cooling. That's Mills Air for us, man. They have saved our butts a number of times. They can do the same thing for you. In business since 92. Let them use that 30-plus years of experience to keep you and your family nice and comfortable year-round. They can do that, and their techs are awesome. They know these brands inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. Mills Air can repair it. But check this out. If you do happen to need a new unit, these guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That is important. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by WeAreBeyondABank.com. The question's now posted. It's in our YouTube chat. Go there, take a gander, won't you? And when it comes time to getting a mortgage or the money you need for a new home, maybe it's a new construction loan, maybe it's a commercial building you are interested in, check out Brad Siebert and his team at WeAreBeyondABank.com. Now partnered with Luminate Bank, now more flexible than before, licensed in all 50 states. We Are Beyond a Bank still has that primary focus of mortgages, getting you the money you need. I did my refi several years ago with Brad Siebert. He let me know everything I needed every step of the way. It was a quick process, got a great rate, and I am just a few years away from being done with the mortgage on this house. I can't wait. And I owe it to Brad for putting me in that position today. You want to contact him? Again, wearebeyondabank.com, or pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250. They ask for a keyword. You say Luminate. It's pound 250. Keyword is Luminate. NMLS ID number 150953, Equal Housing and Fair Lending.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's a new year, and that means a new opportunity to get more for your trade. Listen, the value of your trade can differ by thousands depending upon where you go. At Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy your trade, and that competition could put up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value in your pocket. Start the year ahead at greenwaykias.com or visit one of our 3 metro area locations today. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinance expires 2/5/26.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
You made it through the holidays, but that constant sniffle might be more than just a cold. Trouble breathing, allergies, sinus infections? That's where Aspire Allergy and Sinus comes in. You're busy, and who has time for allergy testing and weekly shots? At Aspire, we make it easy with same-day results and a personalized treatment plan built just for you. Skip the meds that only mask symptoms. Aspire offers real solutions so you can breathe easier and feel better for good. Visit AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
If Harley-Davidson had a playground, this would be it. Welcome to Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson. Over 100,000 square feet, 2 stories and packed with bikes, gear, and the kind of atmosphere you feel the second you walk in. Our master techs keep you rolling. Our showroom keeps things exciting, and there's always something happening. Events every weekend, rides, music, and good times. Located at Destination Daytona. Because this isn't just a dealership, it's the station for Harley-Davidson. Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson, where the ride starts and the fun never stops.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Janice Torres.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz.
And we're back for Season 4 of Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories from iHeartMedia's Ruby Studio and Intuit QuickBooks.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change.
Listen to Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mind the Business and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Pay. That is your 5 o'clock keyword, P-A-Y. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. And remember, guys, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, answer it when it rings. That's how they tell you you've won. Pay is the word, guys. Go get it.
Get that money.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
This young lady came in to talk to you guys when I wasn't around, and I think that was the reason, because I wasn't around.
Yep.
That happens for sure. You guys give it up good and loud for Colette Fair. What do you say?
Hey!
She's
We're
a
happy to be here.
couples therapist and relationship expert.
Here to do therapy on you too. No, I'm
Expert,
kidding.
she says.
Wow, she can spot a case from a block away.
Yeah, and she is. And she's one of these people when you say her name and then you get the comma and then there's just letters, right? It's just so many letters. It's like your name, comma, alphabet.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Can you explain some of the professional accolades that you have so we can kind of justify you being here, young lady?
Sure. I'm happy to prove myself. It's so true, though, and it means nothing to other people, but you work so hard for these damn letters.
Right, yeah.
So in Florida, the typical licenses for mental health counselors or people who practice therapy, you can be a psychologist, you can be a social worker, you can be a licensed mental health counselor, and you can be a licensed marriage and family therapist. I am the two latter.
Okay.
And all of those things allow you to sit with clients, the privilege and honor, and I really do believe that it's very much a mission-driven career, I think, of sitting with people and helping them with whatever they're going through.
Yeah. You know, what's interesting, I do want to ask you a quick question. This has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about, but I do find your opinion of it interesting. Here recently, there was a therapist that had an unfortunate encounter with a former client of hers, and it was a tragic story.
Yeah.
In your job, because you do deal with so many volatile situations between couples, between anybody that has a relationship issue like that. I mean, do you ever run into situations where it gets so heated you have to kind of like do something to kind of cool the room a bit?
Yes, absolutely. And
Really?
I used to have more of that earlier in my career. I don't know if I've just gotten more seasoned or my client population has changed, but I definitely have had some difficult situations early on where even something kind of explosive, never anything where I feared for my life, but I have had clients that I've worried about safety a little bit in the past and not wanted to work at night or be alone in the building.
Wow.
Yeah, and not so much anymore, but your point is valid. It is a really fraught situation. I work mostly with couples, so sometimes someone is there to end a relationship.
Yeah.
And people get very upset and it's triggering and anything can happen.
And can you tell immediately when a couple comes in and the entire goal of at least one part of the couple is to use you as a tool?
Breakup person?
As a tool to...
I think most people think their partner is more at fault than they are. I know I did in my first marriage. Actually, I do even now in my current marriage. I think that's how we work,
That's
right?
human nature.
It's human nature. But I do think a lot of people come in with this, even if they wouldn't say it so explicitly, can you fix my partner? And part of my job is to help people realize that they can only turn the lens around and look at and work on themselves. Because no matter what, even if your partner's 90%, let's just say, of the problem, there's always something. It's a system, and there's always something you're contributing and you can do better at.
Right. Now, I know that you wrote a book, and I do find it fascinating. What's the name of your book?
The Cost of Quiet, How to Have the Hard Conversations That Create Secure, Lasting Love.
Yeah, now I have a little bit of experience in a situation of this nature, from past relationships. And my whole thing is this. I am not, you're probably going to find this a little odd, guys, but I'm not really a confrontational person. I do not enjoy it at all. And I do know people who are very good at it and they lean into it. I do not. If I have to do it, I will.
Yeah.
But it is not my favorite thing to do. I am a person who likes to placate for the sake of peace. And that is a real, I learned that is a very, very dangerous trait to have. And the thought process is, well, if I bring up this very difficult scenario, it's going to cause a giant argument that's going to cause a rift in my relationship that's going to be irreparable. When the whole time, it's the quiet that's causing the rift that winds up being irreparable.
You hit the nail on the head. That's really the central thesis of my whole book. I use quiet as a euphemism for avoiding conflict. And what's interesting, I've noticed over my career, I have a lot of clients who are trial attorneys and in these jobs that are, let's say, the most confrontational job you could have, and they still don't want to address conflict at home. And it's because our primary romantic partner in adulthood, that is our closest attachment bond. And exactly what you said, we're reluctant to do anything that could jeopardize that bond. But at the same time, we have to deal with those issues because that's where emotional intimacy comes from, a deeper connection. Otherwise, you either have a surface marriage and all this quiet quitting where people passively disengage because they don't know each other anymore, or you have this rise of gray divorce now in particular, that people are just estranged for years. There's no connection left anymore. And the reason I wrote the book is that most people are not fighting and yelling. They're really not. Most people are not saying much at all.
Right.
And they're filled with resentment or they're passive aggressive. So I'm really giving an actionable roadmap for how to do it diplomatically and constructively.
And would you agree that, I think, and maybe the other guys can chime in here with their parents and stuff and their own relationships, but it is kind of it's a unique thing because you don't want to upset that person, but in the same sense, what you're doing is actually making the issue bigger because you're not. And again, it's culturally, I think we've been programmed to think, well, that couple fights all the time. God, they're probably on the verge of divorce, as opposed to seeing a couple going to church every day, blah, blah, blah. But you watch them at dinner and they don't talk. They don't engage.
The dining dead.
They look great.
The what?
The dining dead. That's not my own term. That comes from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah.
But you look at them and you go, oh, look at them. They're so cute. But in reality, their relationship is in shambles, and the people who are arguing are actually learning more about each other, and they're hashing those issues out. Therefore, the relationships are actually stronger, even though it doesn't seem that way.
You are spot on. This is so true. And I think we confuse conflict with contentiousness and arguing and yelling and blaming and all this kind of stuff that isn't really great.
That just means you're not Italian.
And I am.
So a loud arguing household is, that's a sign of love.
Exactly. And the sign that you're engaged. I will say when people are arguing, it does mean they're invested. But we've got to really come from the place of getting that internal clarity first about what you're actually feeling, why it matters, what's bothering you. And then you can come forward when you're emotionally regulated and actually say the truth. This is just about revealing more of your inner world to somebody. It's scary. We're all scared to be vulnerable. But it does sap the relationship of all of its strength if you don't do it. And it's a matter of learning how. It really is an emotional muscle.
Talking to Colette Fair. She is a relationship expert here in Central Florida. Deb?
Yeah, Colette, I wanted to ask, how much does differing styles of communication weigh in on helping couples find their way back to each other?
Great question.
Because, I'm a strong personality. My fiance is not. And it's finding that balance where I'm not that overpowering perfume in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And taking all of the air out of the room, from him. So how do you help couples balance just being two different weirdos?
And you're right. That should be my tagline. This is where you can be happy as two different weirdos, because it's so true. So I'm more like you, which, side note, is also why it's so interesting that I was so conflict avoidant and such a people pleaser. Like, I'll say a lot. I'm Italian. I'm outspoken.
Right.
It's ironic that my book is called Anything with Quiet in It, because I'm never quiet. But when I'd get a signal that someone wasn't happy with me or that it could really take the relationship into a bad place, then all of a sudden I wanted to placate and appease. So I think we can still have that forceful personality, but represent both sides. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with being that way. You're probably with your partner in part, you two are attracted to one another because of that oppositeness. So I would be more curious, does he feel like you're taking all the oxygen in the room? He might not. He might be perfectly content with that balance in the dynamic. Now, if he feels like he can't get a word in edgewise, and that would be really up to him, then that's something we would talk about in therapy to make sure that there's space for both people to be heard. But a lot of time, like, my husband doesn't talk, and he's perfectly happy that way. And I am too. No, I'm kidding.
Colette, do you ever have a couple in therapy and the husband, for just to pick one, makes a really good point, and you kind of give him credit, and you just see it on his face that was the first time in his relationship he might have just won an argument?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And it's funny. Some people don't like this, but the type of therapy I do, which is called emotionally focused couples therapy, and it is the gold standard in evidence-based treatment for couples. So it's got the highest efficacy rates, and it's all based on attachment science, meaning that we really do need people. We need relationships to feel safe and secure. And that most of the time what we're skipping over in conflict and why it goes bad is that we get dysregulated, we get signals of danger, and we go into fight or flight, and we forget to address the need for reassurance and comfort, right? Most things aren't so much about the issues as that. And in this type of therapy, we do not take sides. So I really validate both
good seeing you
people. See? That was a long way to answer. I don't take sides. But it's more like I'm putting myself in your shoes and helping to get at what's important about what you're trying to say, and that it doesn't come out in a way that's destructive. Because if you're blaming or criticizing, or what most people do is they'll say, well, I feel like you don't care. I feel like you don't listen to me. I feel like you don't do anything. That's really your interpretation. Those are not your feelings.
Right.
If you say I'm hurt, and the story I tell myself is that you don't care.
Right.
Right. And then you leave room for that other person to hear you more easily, and then to say, you know what, I really do care.
Right,
I can see why you thought that, but that's not true. And now we've got a discussion.
And I think that's super important, because a lot of time it is just the perception. And, Deb made a very good point. Like, if you have somebody and they're very quiet, they don't really share a lot, you can perceive what you think they're thinking because they're not really sharing that with you. And then you build a perception of that, of him being upset or being, and, you're constantly, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? And that drives people crazy. I've been there.
It's like 90% of what goes wrong. I call it the negative partner story. The brain's a meaning-making machine, so you will interpret, and the brain runs negative.
Right,
So you're exactly right.
And you never go to the best case scenario.
Never.
For the record, you will never, ever, ever go, you know what I bet? I bet she just loves me so much she's just caught up in it and it's got her tongue tied. She can't tell me at all how she loves me. That's got to be it.
One of the 4 agreements: don't assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
You always go negative.
Yeah. You always go negative.
It's so true. And it applies to all things in life, right? Which is why it's one of the 4 agreements, which I love, by the way. But it really comes up in our romantic relationships a lot because there's so much at stake. They're so important to us. We get a signal of danger so easily. All it takes is a tone of voice to change, an expression to harden, right? And all of a sudden you're off to the races.
And especially if you need if you have the need, like, to be loved and liked. Like my need for my wife is like, I need you to desire me. I need you to look at me like, like I'm the only dude out there. And I don't mean that superficially. No. I need to feel it. I don't need you to pawn all over me or anything like. I just need to feel in the house that
feel true.
that I got you, and sometimes we've lost at a couple times in our relationship, we've lost that vision and had to kind of readjust to get back in there. The one thing I wanted to ask you is this: when you go into relationship issues, how deep do you go? Because I kind of believe that one of the reasons I'm the way I am is because how my dad was. My dad was an incredibly overbearing, borderline kind of abusive personality where he was just so dominant in just no other way to say it without getting real deep, overbearing. Yeah. And it was constant contact or conflict in our house. There was never a good moment. There was never. Like every time he walked through the door, it was immediate tension and anxiety because he was never in a good mood, never had anything good to say, never was positive about anything. It was perpetually negative. And then he was like that toward my mother as well. So I think maybe my defense mechanism is I don't want to be that way. I don't want to ever be perceived that way, that I'm that person. And I think that drove some of the issues I had in my former relationship and some of the ones that we would have sprinkled into the one I am in now.
Absolutely. I relate to that so much because these childhood patterns are so formative. My parents are wonderful people, but they fought a lot before they got divorced. And I remember lying there listening to them argue and thinking, I am going to grow up and have the happiest marriage and we're never going to argue.
Right.
And my first marriage was like that. I mean, it does condition you to say, people are getting upset. What can I do? I played that role in the family, which no surprise, I'm a therapist, of trying to, mom's upset. Let me make her feel better. Let me help dad understand what mom really meant. I was doing that.
And you're
as
a child.
Kid. Right. And I was a child. In some cases, I was 9 years old doing this. So, it's not ideal. I was born for this, or I was made into it. Right. But in my first marriage, I picked somebody who we never argued. I mean, everybody thought we were the perfect couple. We had a great, what I call surface marriage. It looked wonderful from the outside. We had a nice lifestyle, friends, the kids, the whole thing, but there was no connection.
None. I felt that is exact. When we told her mom that we were getting divorced, she did not believe us. She thought it was a joke because we had never showed a fissure in our relationship at all. No one saw us get at each other. All they saw was the good stuff. We never argued. There was never any strife. None of that. It was completely fake. The entire thing was completely fake.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And, now I don't have a flawless relationship, but I have a real relationship. I'm in it. I say how I feel. My husband has come a long way. I mean, he's an accountant, CPA. He works as a CFO. So this is like way out of his comfort zone. But he's done so much work to learn to communicate and share more about what he feels, be more vulnerable. It's really hard for men, too, because society has not done men any favors.
No, they have not.
And how we've conditioned men to be strong and silent. We have to change that. Men feel just as much as women. And what you described about being desired and knowing your wife loves you, that felt sense, that's an attachment need. We do need to feel that. We need to feel safe. We need to feel secure, loved, valued, accepted, desired. When those things are good, the little arguments, the little stuff, it gets figured out. 69% of a couple's problems are not even solvable, meaning you'll argue about the same thing
for the remainder of your life.
Yes, and that's research-based, longitudinal research from the Gottmans, who are the top of the food chain in couples therapy. So it's really more about having a conversation about your feelings, feeling heard, feeling accepted and understood, and then the solvable problems will get addressed and they'll get worked out.
Colette Fair here with us. We'll tell you more about her book in a second, so stay tuned. We'll tell you where you can get it. It actually hasn't even dropped yet, so people are asking about the book.
But you can pre-order.
Yeah, the release is coming up soon, and you can pre-order. Real quick, Jack, people in the texting service are asking, you being in a relationship, as a therapist, is that a unique thing? And you've already mentioned your husband, not being such a, not chiming in a whole bunch. Do you find that you analyze your own relationship too much to be in your own relationship?
I would not say too much. I think it's just right. But I mean, this is like, I live and breathe this stuff. So I am definitely always thinking about it. But I also own my own stuff. And I try to be really real about the fact that I also can be reactive or say the wrong thing. And this is why we have repair.
Yeah, that's
right?
beyond your education.
Right.
That's
exactly.
who you are as a person. That's beyond your education.
And it's being human.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, it was. I was like in conversation with your husband. Do you get to a point where it's like that's what the therapist would say? I have to not do that.
I don't do that. I really try not to do that.
Well,
I
does your husband say that to you? That's the thing. Like, you saying it to yourself is one thing, but your husband going, "Hey, you're getting all therapy on me."
I don't think so. It's interesting. He's listening right now, I think, from work. So I wonder what he would say. But I think for the most part, maybe at the beginning when I first became a therapist, I was really into always trotting out everything I learned. But I think now, I'm sure it permeates because it is what I do. But for the most part, I'm bringing my own vulnerability. I have my own insecurities, my own fears, my own doubts. So I'm just reacting like a human being. And this is where, and why I wrote the book, to give you a process, because it's not, this is not fixed how you communicate. You have your personality and you'll have your instinctive reaction based on your personality, but then overriding that and being more evolved and being more emotionally mature, everyone can do. I mean, I am a New York Italian. I used to throw things and scream.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do that anymore. I did. I
you
literally
should start it
did.
again. That's a different angle for therapy.
Yes, that's the next book.
That's scream therapy.
Have you ever had a couple in, and while the session is going on, you know for a fact it's not going to work? Like, you know for a fact that they're so far apart that just the ideology that they have as people is so far apart that there's really no shared space where they can have enough room in there for a relationship? And if so, what do you do?
Oh, it's such a good question. So the way I really approach it, and I think most good couples therapists approach it, is I will definitely have my own kind of instinctive opinion about, oh, maybe this one's not going to work, or this is tough, or there's so many issues. But if if both parties want it, and they're willing to work at it, to me, that's where the hope lies. I have seen situations where there's so much damage, there's been so many betrayals and injuries, but both people want it. In fact, I got a text message last night from a former client saying, it's our 10-year anniversary. They've moved out of state. We're renewing our vows. Thank you so much for what you did. You saved our marriage. We were on the brink of divorce. And of course, I didn't do it. They did the work. I facilitated. But there are times when I think this is a hot mess and then it comes back. What I cannot do anything with is when one person is really, really checked out and they're kind of dragged to therapy because they think they should, or their partners made them come, and this happens.
Or
they want to be able to. They just want to be able to say they did it.
Yes.
Or even worse, they're just going because they're waiting for you to get fixed. Because it's not me. I'm not the problem.
Right. And that doesn't work. Both people have to really say, okay, I think you're the problem, but okay, I'm willing to look at me, but no, you're the problem. It's a messy process. But if you're not really wanting you don't have to be sure it will work. I think most people feel some ambivalence, but you have to be willing to really try. And I think you still have to love your spouse. This is why emotional connection, and why I'm saying lean into conflict, but do it well, because that's what creates the emotional connection. When the connection's gone, it's very hard to resuscitate.
Yeah. What's your schedule like today?
My schedule?
Yeah.
Oh, I only saw one client today.
Yeah, okay. Are you open for a little bit? I mean, what I'm saying is we have trivia, but I would love to keep you around for another segment because we're out of the time that we have allotted for you.
Yeah. I thought you meant, am I going back to therapy? No.
If you can you stick around a little bit?
Sure, totally.
Okay, so we do trivia and then we come back at the top of the hour at 6:00 and we can do a little bit more.
Great.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. Colette Fair here with us. She's going to do another segment at the top of the hour. If you have a question, man, shoot it over 77031. That's our texting service. We're getting tons of them, so I'm going to review these during the break, and then we'll ask Colette some questions because I want to get into sex.
Okay, sounds
all right.
good.
And I mean, not with anybody in the room, but I want to get into the physical nature of relationships and the impact of that when it's there too much and there not enough. And if you as a therapist can tell if somebody still has a physical relationship, if their emotional relationship can make it through, and vice versa.
I love it.
All right, we'll do that in
So
just a few minutes. Load them up, though. Trivia's next.
AI can't feel dread or regret or existential panic. We've got that market covered. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
The Magic are back on the hardwood tonight. They'll host Charlotte, and they'll take the court without Franz Wagner. He's got an ankle injury. A threat of severe weather that's forcing Stetson to adjust their men's basketball schedule. Hatters will visit Austin Peay tomorrow instead of Saturday. And an Alabama judge is granting a former college basketball player eligibility to return despite having signed an NBA contract. I'm Scott Davidson.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Man, let me tell you something. I have bought and sold a number of homes here in Central Florida over the years, and I'll tell you one thing I know for sure. Your real estate team can make a gigantic difference in not only how fast your home sells, but for how much your home sells for. At the Nickley Group, on average, these guys get 6% more for their sales than their competitors. Guys, you can do the math. That could be thousands and thousands of dollars, but even better, that house sells twice as fast. That means more money in your pocket faster using the Nickley Group. And right now, rates are below 6% for the first time since like 2022. So take advantage of that. And if you're buying a home, let me tell you something. You will never have more people looking for that perfect home in Central Florida than the Nickley Group. An entire team of people out there scouring all of Central Florida looking for that perfect house that checks all of your boxes. That's what they do every day for people here in Central Florida. That's why they're the number one real estate team in the entire area. They sell more homes than anyone, one every 9 hours. 4,000 5-star reviews, 4,500 homes sold, and their VIP program makes it unfair for other realtors. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and this early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed is crazy. They even have a guaranteed cash offer, guys. If you don't want to deal with any of the real estate stuff, how about no showings or open houses and that deal closing in just 14 days? Take advantage of this. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who understand the value of experienced, highly skilled professionals. That's why you'll have access to a team of specialists to help you invest for the life you want. Why? You've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a team built around you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, Space Coast, give your home a new look for the new year with new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. From Titusville to Palm Bay, their Acclaim Impact windows are built for coastal Florida, engineered to protect your home from storms and help you save on energy costs all year long. And with their Smart Sunglass, you get to enjoy natural light and comfort without the heat. Now during their Happy Renewal Year sale, buy one replacement window or patio door and get the second 40% off. Plus, enjoy zero down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 1 year. Here's what Julie had to say about Renewal by Andersen of Central Florida when she left a review on Google. Wonderful job as expected. All of our windows are officially replaced by Renewal by Andersen, the best ever. Thanks, guys. I love my windows. Thank you for your class, communication, and excellence. It's the perfect way to start 2026 with comfort, protection, and savings. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to get stronger just around the corner, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to crush a few reps before class with our expanded strength equipment or sweat it out on your way home from work. With over 2,800 locations, there's a Planet Fitness close to you, and most are open 24 hours. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today.
407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
This is new. 4 homes for sale on my street, and everyone found their real estate agent on Ready.com. REDY.com. Have you heard about Ready? It's a smarter way to find a great real estate agent to help you sell your home. Much smarter, because with Ready, the best local agents compete for your listing and pay you a cash bonus to get it. Yeah, on Ready, agents will pay you just for the opportunity to help you sell your home. Thousands of dollars up front just to be your real estate agent. And it's super easy. Just go to Ready.com, enter your address and when you want to sell. And in 48 hours, the best local agents are competing to be your agent. My next door neighbor, Joanna, got over $9,000. $9,000 just to pick an agent on Ready. Wow. Get paid to pick your agent. Go to Ready.com or call 888-646-REDY. 888-646-READY.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 5 o'clock keyword is pay. That's P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Pay, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win faux show. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
And he has the Jackie sack. My man, what's in it?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Couple of prizes, like maybe you'd like to check out UB40 featuring Allie Campbell. That's at the Apopka Amphitheater coming mid-April. April 15th to be exact.
Nice.
Tax Day, baby.
There you go.
Go see some English reggae. Also, more live music. This is happening February 7th, the day before the Super Bowl. Lake Nona Live at the Lawn at Boxy Park, bringing 6 hand-picked touring tribute bands for live music all day into the night. It's a festival atmosphere made for friends, food, and drinks. Great vibes. Plus, they have a kids' village as well. You can get tickets at LakeNonaLive.com. I'm going to be there for a good part of the day.
Are you really?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Dude, there's going to be a Fleetwood Mac cover band.
Yep.
There's going to be a Zac Brown cover band.
Yep.
A Red Hot Chili's cover band.
Yep.
A Queen cover band.
Yeah.
A Santana cover band.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I think some Taylor Swift impersonators as well.
I think so, yeah. I like it. It's Red Knot Chili
Yeah,
Peppers.
yeah.
Anyway, so LakeNonaLive.com. You can get your tickets. That's February 7th. Or maybe you win them right now for JCS Trivia.
And that's what's in the Jackie sack. So back to you, clickety clack.
1, 2, 3, or 5.
Let's go 1.
1 is Harold. Harold, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, boss. Want to play a little game with us?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Want to play a game?
All right, Harold, this is a real easy game, boss. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
Trying to fool you, buddy, but if you can find it, I will send you over to see Jack, and he's got something nice. You can pick something out for yourself. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1968, celebrity chef, author, television personality, and host
Guy Fieri
has his own distinct look, and he's the mayor of Flavortown. Guy Fieri was born on this day.
Yay.
Here are 3 fun facts about Guy and 1 triple fried lie. All right, so we're talking about Guy Fieri. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, he used to raise peacocks on his California ranch to handle the rattlesnake population. Number 2, Guy Fieri used to compete in the rodeo. He actually broke his arm after being thrown off of a bull. Number 3, his first shot at the food business was a pretzel cart. He started at just 10 years old. Or lastly, he does not eat eggs or sushi. Which of those is a lie?
Number 3.
No, that's absolutely true. He did take the first shot at his food business at 10 years old. He had his very own pretzel cart.
That's smart.
and did quite well with it. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. All right, 2, 3, or 5.
Let's go 2.
2 is John. John, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Jim?
Good, buddy. We're talking about Guy Fieri here. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, he used to raise peacocks on his California ranch to handle the rattlesnake population. Number 2, Guy Fieri used to compete in rodeos. He actually broke his arm after being thrown off a bull. Or lastly, he does not eat eggs or sushi.
Let's go number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. As a kid, he rode in the rodeo and actually defied his parents to do it because he wanted to do it. And when he went to the rodeo, he rode a bull. The bull threw him off and it broke his arm. And then he hid the broken arm from his parents for as long as he could.
I was going to say, don't want to tell mom and dad about that.
He showed them.
Yeah, right. All right, Deb, 3 or 5?
Let's go 3.
3 is Chris. Chris, how you doing?
Doing good, man. You?
Good, buddy. You got a 50-50 shot here going to the Jackie Sack. We're talking about Guy Fieri. Which one of these isn't true? Number 1, he used to raise peacocks on his California ranch to handle the rattlesnake population. Or lastly, he doesn't eat eggs or sushi.
Going with the first one.
No, that's absolutely true. 100% true. Yeah. So that means, Lynette, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great now. Tell me if it's true. He does not eat eggs or sushi.
That's a lie.
That is a lie. I'm going to put you on hold, and you are a winner. Now, it's funny. That's a bit of a swerve because for years, that was part of his thing. He did not eat eggs. He actually does eat eggs occasionally now, and he eats sushi all the time, so it's definitely not true. A couple other things you may not know about Guy Fieri before we get to the top of the hour and do a little bit more time with Colette Fair here. He saved all of his money from the pretzel cart for 6 years so that he could pay for his own trip to Paris, France to go to cooking school at 16 years old.
Wow, that's when you know your life's passion.
So if anybody ever crashes on Guy Fieri in front of you, you let him know, yeah, he may be a little goofy, but that dude has got mad respect in the food business. It didn't start out that way, though. But a bunch of people came around on him and realized what a good person he was and then really kind of doubled down on, helping him out. Guy owns and operates how many restaurants worldwide?
86.
124.
What do you think, Colette?
Like 22.
Yeah. Jack's the closest, 90.
What?
Yeah, he's actually got a bunch on cruise ships.
Wow. Okay. See, I didn't even think about stuff like that.
And the funny thing is Carnival wanted him as part of their brand so bad. They wanted to do a barbecue restaurant, but that's where he started, actually. He's a championship barbecue guy, right? And he said, I won't do it because you're not going to be able to do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Right.
So they say, well, we'll build a smoker on our boat, something we've never done before. He goes, well, now I'm interested. Toured out there with him, met with Carnival, told him exactly what they should do, and they built a smoker on a cruise ship so that Guy Fieri could have actual smoked food in his cruise ship barbecue joint.
How about that?
And keep it real. And then lastly here, his name is not Guy Fieri.
What is
Really?
His name is Guy Ramsey Ferry, Ferry.
I see why he changed
He
that.
changed it to Fieri to honor his grandfather's Italian heritage.
Yes.
Sure, that was why.
I like it.
I've heard it pronounced Fieri.
It's
like
actually
a D.
If you read how he says it, it's Feddi.
Yeah.
It's pronounced like Feddy.
Why don't we ask the Italian New Yorker in the room how it should be pronounced?
I'm not sure we got her name right.
Did I?
Well, yeah, you did. And I have my husband's German name now. But my maiden name was Jacobellis with an I. And people don't even believe it's Italian, but it's 100% Italian. I mean, I think if you really were to say it with the Italian accent there, it would be more like that. But we tend to Americanize everything. Change the names. Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Got another keyword for you now, and a little bit more time with Colette Fair. We'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking the left lane, Greenway northbound after Boggy Creek Road. Crash blocking the left lane on I-4 westbound at Princeton Street, and crews still working on an accident I-4 eastbound before County Road 46 where the left shoulder is blocked. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. I love these guys. You will as well. And the new year is a perfect time to refresh your home with Benjamin Moore paint at Tools Ace Hardware. Discover thousands of beautiful Benjamin Moore colors, and that includes that new 2026 color of the year, Silhouette. And check this out. At Tools Ace Hardware, their knowledgeable associates are always ready to help you one-on-one with your paint project, and they have everything you need. Brushes, rollers, drop cloths, it's all there. Just visit one of Tools Ace Hardware's 14 convenient Central Florida locations, or just shop online at acehardware.com. Do that. You'll get convenient in-store pickup or local delivery. And yes, that's even for paint. It's Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. Are you looking for fresh pasta? The Neapolitan-style pizza, the Neapolitan-style with the 00 flour and the perfect leopard charring. Come check out Antica Woodfire Pizza and Market in Altamont Springs. Come see why Antica was voted Best Altamont Springs Restaurant in 2025 by the Orlando Weekly. Come for their $10 Tuesdays and get a margarita pizza for just $10 on a Tuesday. Or join us for Wine Down Wednesday with half-price wine at dinner on Wednesdays. Antica Woodfire Pizza and Market in Altamont Springs. Just put Antica, Antica Pizzeria in your phone's map to get the freshest pasta in Altamont Springs.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Ugh, time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen, while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leaffilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/block.
Saturday, January 24th, put on your dancing shoes for a night of fun under the stars. Rhythm on Ruby is back. This energetic street party nestled in the downtown Tavares waterfront district features live music, dueling pianos, strolling LED entertainment, a photo booth, giveaways, and more. Browse unique vendors and enjoy food trucks throughout the street. Be sure to check out our incredible local eateries for even more amazing food and drinks. See you Saturday, January 24th from 4 to 10 p.m. for Rhythm on Ruby. More info at Tavares.gov.
Before there was Daytona Speedway, the legends of racing tore down the beach right here at the North Turn and Ponce Inlet.
And today, that legacy roars on at Racing's North Turn, voted best beach bar on the coast.
Grab a drink, dig into fresh local seafood and hand-cut steaks, and soak in those killer Atlantic views.
Don't miss Race Week at Racing's North Turn. Catch the famous Legends Parade with Grand Marshals Ernie Irvin and Jeff Bodine, plus appearances by Michael Waltrip and everyone's favorite moonshiners, Mark and Digger.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickley.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
How do you get a cyclone named Harry to wipe out or damage Sicily? I don't know anything about Harry being Italian. Maybe Antony. Why you want to mess with Sicily? Forget about it. You're doing the wrong thing there. But Harry, forget it.
That's a little taste of weird for you on a Thursday.
Read the news. A cyclone named Harry is messing with Sicily.
Happy is your 6 o'clock keyword, Happy. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Happy is the word.
Oh, come on, you guys. Get up on your current events.
I'm trying my best to avoid it.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And Colette Fair stuck around kindly for another segment as we hang out. Couples therapist and relationship expert. Talk about your book real quick.
The Cost of Quiet.
Yeah, where's my copy?
Cost of Quiet.
Yeah, if you go to the realradio.fm/watch, I have it up right now. It's called The Cost of Quiet, and the entire idea of this is how to have hard conversations to create secure, lasting love. I can tell you from experience that is absolutely the truth. The easy path is never the right one.
Yep. Short-term discomfort for long-term gain.
Yeah.
And the whole mission with the book is really to show people that we're all kind of conflict avoidant, most of us, right? Even if we're like hot-tempered. When it comes to it, we don't really want to be vulnerable because it's scary, it's uncomfortable, we're not used to it. Almost nobody grew up with parents who modeled healthy, constructive conflict.
Right.
It was either sweep it under the rug and avoid it or like lose your temper and then not talk for 3 days. So I really want to make this easy for people.
Right.
And for people to realize that once you start to learn the formula for how, and it starts with your internal connection to yourself. I call it self-connected communication. You need that clarity about what you're actually feeling to name your emotions, not your story, not your projection, and really get clear about what you might need in the moment. Often comfort, reassurance, to know that you're valued, to know that you're desired, to know that you're loved. Then you can come forward to your partner in a way that feels safe, that creates connection instead of more problems.
So let me ask then, because that all sounds great, and I agree it does, right?
Yeah.
But what happens when that instant doesn't work out like the book reads? Like you read the book, you go, you know what? This is 100% right. And by the way, it is. Okay. And then I take all the things I've learned from the book, and I approach my loved one and I go, hey, let's sit down and talk for a second. I've read this book and it's opened my eyes. I have been quiet about some things that you do that have really caused some problems with me that I think you need to know. It's not fair for me to keep quiet because I think this is going to cause a long-term issue, and I want you to know this. That person shares, and then the other person does not take it well. They react what we call adversely. What do you do then?
Yeah, so
is that a tell?
Well, I do address this very thoroughly in the book because this is the reality.
Yeah.
You can't guarantee, even if you tee it up really well and you're saying, hey, I'm coming to you because I really care about the relationship.
With all the compassion and empathy in the world.
Yes, and your tone of voice is even, and you're talking about your own feelings. People are complicated, right? We all have triggers. You might say something that inflames the other person. Yes, I call it the bad communication report card in the book. The most common responses that derail communication: defensiveness, dismissiveness, distancing, and fixing. 3 Ds and an F. That's why I call it the bad report card, right? It's the most common thing. You try to share something, immediately the person gets defensive. So this is going to happen, right? Now, what I will say is that if you're really vulnerable and clear, you have a much better chance because vulnerability does invite vulnerability. We have mirror neurons. So if you're really coming to someone without any armor and saying, this hurt my feelings, it's a lot harder to be like, F you, and right? It's just not natural. But if your partner gets triggered, right, first of all, that's their responsibility. It doesn't feel good. It's not ideal. And it is part of mature adult life. And in that case, you would say to your partner, you might take a pause if they're triggered. And I don't mean trigger like a big trauma. I just mean activated in the moment and say, listen, I'm really trying to express this very clearly, but it seems like I've hit a nerve. Let's take a break and we'll try again. And if you're repeatedly, this is part of the mission of the book too, if you are repeatedly doing everything on your side of the street to be clear, to be fair, to be honest, you're not blaming, you're not criticizing, and your partner cannot or will not meet you there, then that's valuable information with which to make decisions.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any different if you don't say it.
Right.
Yeah.
It won't change at all. That's the one thing that's I think that maybe is the hardest lesson to learn is either way, it's going to wind up in the same spot. So you might as well go ahead and take your shot because you know where that road ends to begin with.
Yeah.
This is the only opportunity to create a fork that one of you guys, that you can take and, and move toward a different path, I believe.
Exactly. And, it's really hard to face that reality if somebody just isn't emotionally available at all. Some people aren't. They've been too wounded. There are personality factors. Right. Some people are so scared of conflict. They just... no matter what you say or how you say it, they don't feel good about themselves.
And let me tell you something else, too, what I've noticed. And we're not talking about the reciprocal action that happens with that. Here, this is what I've learned. Like women like strong men. I know that women do like men that are decisive and they're strong, right? And I think what happens is this, because this has happened to me before, and I'll tell you that. And obviously in my life, I've done things that you can look at and go, okay, well, relatively decisive, can make decisions, can move through in life, can do the things that need to be done to get the job done, blah, 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 right? I've got the receipts to show that I can do that, right? But in that same sense, if I don't want conflict with my wife and she's doing something that I don't care for, the more that I don't say it and then I simp to it, the less respect you get from that woman because she kind of feels that something isn't right, but she wants you to say it. If you don't say it, she's going to lose respect for you. She was not going to look at you the same way if you don't do that.
I love that. It's so true.
It is
we feel it instinctively.
You know it for a fact. Yeah. And every dude out there listening to me knows it. You ignore it. You know it for a fact. It's the way she talks to you, the way she looks at you, the way she reacts when something happens in the house that it isn't the way it's supposed to be. And what's happening is the more that you genuflect to that mindset of not being confrontational for the sake of peace, what you're doing is you're showing a great weakness that women can't stand.
It's so true. And it builds resentment on both sides, which is poison. It's drinking poison, expecting someone else to die. I mean, one thing that I would say I see in therapy that men really don't believe until they experience it, but every time, even if it's a criticism, a complaint, a dissatisfaction, every time in 14 years I've been doing this, I can help someone get underneath all the stuff, the thoughts, the this, the that, the surface stuff, and get into their feelings. And they actually turn to their partner, let's say their wife, and share what they're feeling, and they're vulnerable. Every time the wife loves it.
Yeah.
Even if it's a criticism of her
doesn't
or
matter.
Something they're upset. They are like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this my whole life. You actually told me something about your inner world. Like they're so excited.
You can't imagine. I've had a couple of epiphanies like that over the last couple of years in my relationship. As you get together and you've been together for 20 years, you grow and learn. Mixed families aren't easy either.
No.
So all of these things create stress points that you have to deal with. And again, I think your nature sometimes is to run and hide and protect yourself.
Yes.
And of course you can't do that in a marriage.
No, not if you want it to be good.
Where are you going to run and hide? You're in a marriage, man. You made the commitment. So all that stuff is completely valid, 100%. I've experienced most of it. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I lived this myself. And my first marriage was a disaster, and I I looked at the role I played, which is that I didn't communicate, I didn't do my part, and that's why I became a couples therapist to help people. And really, this is why I wrote the book.
Well, I did want to get into the physical aspect of relationships, and we did get a bunch of questions. When you ask, be careful because you will receive. It says here, my husband and I have been married for 5 years. We haven't been intimate. We've only been intimate for about 3 times since then. He says he just doesn't really have a libido. I've asked him to go to the doctor and get his testosterone checked, and it was very low. He's been trying some stuff, but it isn't really working, and it's very, very frustrating. Do you want to break it to her?
What were you going to break to her? What would you say to that?
I don't know if it's a libido thing.
Okay.
Like, I think what happens is this. I know that you can get into a relationship that gets so dysfunctional that you don't find the person attractive anymore.
That's very true.
And
that can happen.
And I think it can happen to the severity of being incapable of physically having a physical relationship, that you are so turned out or off by your loved one because of whatever. It doesn't matter. Maybe you fell out of love. Maybe you just found something you don't care for. Maybe you have stresses, but sometimes it does happen that way.
Oh, absolutely. That does happen. But I will say this might not be that.
Yeah.
Like, it really could be a physical issue. I mean, one thing I've learned is that there's so many factors to every unique situation. So we don't know enough about what's going on with this guy. The low T could be a thing. He could be depressed. He could be a low libido individual in general. He could have fallen out of love. He could be dissatisfied. He could be having an affair, right? I mean, we could go on and on. But I do think what I'd want to know is like how this poor person is coping with this, because it's really hard to be on the other side of that.
She says she's very frustrated. Of course, you imagine in 5 years, you love a person, you've had sex with them 3 times in 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's infrequent, even in the world of infrequencies.
Yeah, Colette, how would you rate Jimmy as a counselor immediately going to the worst case scenario?
Well, look,
do you want to tell him, or should I? Your husband's gay.
Let me. I didn't even think of that, Jack.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Jack's a better therapist than I am. He figured it out.
But actually, it's probably not that, because when that happens, there's usually still sex. Yeah.
But the reason I say that is this, Jack, and you know what? You make a good point, and you're right. I probably came in a little hot on that. Here's my thing. It's 5 years, dude.
Yeah.
It's just a 5-year-old relationship, and they've only had sex 3 times in 5 years. That means even in the first year of their relationship, they've had it maybe once.
Right, but that's pretty extreme. So this is where there could be a lot going on with this guy physically, mentally, and emotionally that might have nothing to do with the partner.
Okay.
Also, not having, I mean, that's what we call a hyposexual relationship, which is technically defined as like less than 10 times a year. But I hate to pathologize these things, because one thing that I have discovered from doing so much couples therapy is that a lot of people aren't having sex. Now, it's a very important part of a relationship. I have had a few couples where they're not sexual for a variety of reasons, and they're both content with it. Sometimes there's a lot of trauma on both sides. There's so many complications. But for the most part, most couples, more than 85%, are mismatched libido. One person wants it a lot more than the other. And it's not always the man. Sometimes it's the woman. So whether it's 5 times in a year or 25 times, usually partners are not always, not usually, but often partners are not so aligned. And this is something that, back to communicating, the pathway to figuring out a robust, physically intimate life is really starting to be able to talk about it. Talk about your desires. Talk about how it's making you feel about yourself. Like, what happens to most couples is they slowly stop having sex, or they have it less often. They don't talk about it. Then even the muscle for having sex atrophies. And then it becomes like weird after a while. We haven't had sex for 6 months. Now nobody's approaching anyone.
Right.
No one wants to get rejected. And you can get frozen in that place where you're not having sex at all. And it can become an end. It doesn't sound like that's the case here, because they weren't having sex at the beginning. But this is a huge problem.
And you also start asking yourself questions. You know, what's going on with me? Are you having an affair? Are you attracted to somebody else? And then you start really having, again, the worst case thoughts.
Yes, and it can affect your confidence.
Yeah, because as a man, obviously, the idea that that's part of a relationship is being physical. Right. And if you as a man are trying to have a relationship with your wife and your wife doesn't seem to be into it, you're not going to go, well, I guess maybe her past is coming back to haunt her a little bit. The first thing you think is, oh, I'm a fat piece of S and she doesn't want to sleep with me anymore. I mean, it's never anything else for dudes.
So
Jack,
true.
Jack, are you on me? Are you with me on this one or no?
Yes.
He doesn't even know what I'm saying.
No, I do, and yes, it's to a guy. If you are getting it less than you desire, you internalize it,
Yes.
and it's a blow to your ego.
Yeah.
100%.
And the same
I
thing
hear
is
that
said.
all day in my house.
Same thing is said for women.
Is it really?
Of
I mean, is it
course.
really that way? I don't
Big
know.
time. Big time. I mean, if first of all,
We're the
women-
sex that's desired and chased after.
Yeah.
Right. So if your partner is a man and you're a woman and your partner's not trying to have sex with you, it really blows your mind because we're used to like the man always wants sex,
Right, yeah.
Like you could wake him up at 4 a.m.
Right, yeah.
and he's sick and he'd still be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, right.
So if that's not happening and it makes you feel to what you said earlier, the attachment needs to feel desired. This is a huge part of a relationship. Whether you're not, even if you're not having sex, 3 times a week, you want to feel like your partner desires you. And when you don't feel
Right.
that, it really affects you.
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. All right, so the book again is called
The Cost of Quiet.
The Cost of Quiet, and you can pre-order it where?
ColetteJaneFair.com for freebies. I'll give you all kinds of scripts that you can use immediately to say what you need to say for free if you order on my website before February 3rd. Or, of course, it's also available Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your local bookstore.
And I think the best thing to do, because the spelling, it's 1 L and 2 T's, and it's
you.
FEHR. So the best thing to do is just Google it, to be honest with you, Colette Jane Fair. And if you do that, it'll take you right to the site. You can click right on it and then order your book, pre-order it. And like she said, it comes with some cool stuff. And you said, is there a release party coming up soon? Is that for the general public or is that just an inviting?
It is, but it's sold out.
Oh.
I know, which is great. Thank you. We're going to do like a community relationship event to celebrate the book next Thursday. So I'm bringing together some podcasters, thought leaders, therapists to talk about all the different kinds of relationships. I mean, we know it's the number one predictor of a long, happy life, the quality of your relationships. They don't have to be romantic, but connection is so important.
Yeah. And I know you appear on Tom and Dan with Love Thy Neighbor, the show you do actually with them. When does that air?
That airs on Thursdays. I don't even know what time, but I do think we're actually on Real Radio in the evening on Thursdays at 8 p.m. You'd think I would know. Yeah.
It's tonight at 8.
Yeah, tonight at 8 o'clock. That's awesome. I did not know that.
I'm
That's
doing
great.
too much stuff. I'm sorry. I
That's
can't
great.
even.
Got to promote, kid.
I can't even work right now because of this damn book. And you know what I forgot to say? The costofquiet.com is actually also will take you to the same place, and that's much easier.
Yeah, the costofquiet.com.
I am terrible at promotion. Yeah, I know. What is wrong with me?
The cost of quiet.
I can't even promote my own self in my book.
Here's my name: 1 L, 2 T's, FEHR. Don't forget my middle name.
I'm like, I think I might be on this radio station.
All right, the costofquiet.com, the great Colette Fair. Thank you, Colette. We appreciate it. Give her a good laugh right there.
Thank you. I'm smarter than I seem, I promise.
You'll come back and see us?
Of course, anytime. I loved it.
Yeah, you're great, man. It's awesome. The texting service loves you. Everybody loves you. So we really appreciate your time. And thanks for staying a little extra.
Of course.
Thank you so much. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword is happy, HAPPY. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
Crews still working on that accident, I-4 eastbound before County Road 46. Left shoulder is blocked. Crash blocking 2 left lanes, 417 Greenway northbound at Airport Boulevard. Also, left lane is blocked on Greenway northbound after Boggy Creek Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Modern Plumbing Industries. Man, there is no question that when you have plumbing problems, your entire house stops running. No showers, no flushing toilets. It is the worst. And that, my friends, is why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. For me, it's easy. It's Modern Plumbing Industries. These guys have already solved a massive problem for me, and they can do the same for you. Employee-owned and in business since 1975, and they do it all plumbing, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And when you book your appointment, mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. Just call today. 24-hour service is available, 407-327-6000, or visit them online at modernpi.com.
I'm Mo DeWitt, your local Orlando injury attorney. I'm here to talk when you need me, ready to listen. You deserve someone who's available, responsive, and truly invested in your case. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. I'm just one call away at 1-800-CALL-MO.
Don't get crushed by the rising costs of electricity and high power bills. Fight back with solar panels and do that with Solar Source. You connect with them at solarsource.com. Whole home solar for just $89 a month. No money down, guaranteed performance, and the maintenance, it's included. You can start saving up to 40% on your power bill immediately. Use the sunshine. Convert that into electricity for your home. Solar Source, trusted by NASA, Disney, and so many others. You can go to solarsource.com/monsters. Make sure when you talk to them, you tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you and enjoy some exclusive savings. It's solarsource.com/monsters.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
The garage door springs that come standard with most homes don't last. And when they fail, it's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello at A1 Garage Door Service. Our springs are the toughest in the industry, backed by our lifetime warranty. That's right. Fix them once and you're covered for life. Don't risk your family's safety or your peace of mind. Let A1 replace your springs before they become a problem. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one.
A1 from day one.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thatmortgageguydon.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Looking for a workout that doesn't feel like a workout? At Crush Yard, wellness is all about movement, connection, and fun, no matter your skill level. Whether you've never picked up a paddle or you play every week, pickleball gets your body moving and your stress levels down. Adding great food, refreshing drinks, and a social atmosphere, and it's wellness you actually want to show up for. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
At Rental World, we've proudly served Osceola County since 1971 with top quality equipment, competitive prices, and unbeatable service. From mini excavators and stump grinders to pressure washers and dump trailers, we've got what you need to get the job done right. Need it after work? Ask about our half-day and weekend specials. As a Steel Elite dealer, we carry everything from chainsaws to trimmers, plus concrete tools, mixers, and more. Visit RentalWorldFL.com or stop by today. Rental World, making your job easier for over 50 years.
Don't miss comedian, actor, and writer Sheng Wang coming to the Hard Rock Live Orlando February 1st, 2026.
I've been reading a book for a few weeks. I'm still at the preface. I always pack a book, when I'm on tour, afternoon at the beach, a picnic. I always bring a book. I just don't read it. I'm not well read, but my books are well traveled.
Sheng Wang, Hard Rock Live Orlando, February 1st. Tickets are on sale now.
January 24th, it's Rhythm on Ruby in the Tavares Waterfront District with live music, dueling pianos, LED entertainment, unique vendors, food trucks, and local eateries too. See us Saturday, January 24th from 4 to 10 p.m. for Rhythm on Ruby. Info at Tavares.org.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What's up, Colbert Show? Chris and Raleigh. Got a couple of beers in me. I want to invite Jack to come meet me and the wife at either Disney or Universal Studios this weekend.
How you doing?
We're supposed to get a lot of crappy weather here, so me and my wife are going to get the hell out of Dodge.
All right,
Not going to deal with any ice or snow or sleet or whatever we're supposed to get. So come on, Jackie. Come meet me and the wife at Universal on Saturday.
I know where that winds up.
No doubt.
I know where that winds up. Get him, Jack.
Send a pic.
I send nudes.
Send a pic before I commit.
Happy, by the way, is your 6 o'clock keyword. HAPPY. Go to realradio.fm and send it on for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And so is Jack.
Yeah.
She's great.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome.
You know, when she came on when I was on vacation, and I remember getting back, and I asked, I always ask Deb, hey, how'd everything go? Were all the guests good? Were everybody, was everybody respectful and blah, blah, blah? And, man, I got to tell you, I remember you going on and on about how good Colette was on the air and how informative she was and how naturally good at being on the air she was. And I think you maybe undersold it. She's way good.
Now you understand why I ganked her right on the air in front of them. I didn't even wait to do it politely and give them the opportunity to say no.
It's so funny. One of the first texts we got is like, "You're stealing Tom and Dan's bit." And I'm like, no, I literally asked them. Like, I didn't even have to. And I was like,
you asked them.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I mean,
you can hear her again tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight at 8
o'clock.
with Tom and Dan.
Brian in Altamont says, great 2 segments. I just pre-ordered on Amazon. So we appreciate that very much. Colette was great. And again, if you want to grab our book, it's called The Cost of Quiet. And you can go to thecostofquiet.com and order it right there. All right, welcome back. I am Jim. I've already done that part. Let's do this quickly. I want to make sure I get this topic right. All right, very good. Where do you guys, because this is our question of the day, where do you guys go to what's your favorite convenience store? And the reason I asked that is there was a study they did. It says the most satisfying convenience store in Florida. And I almost don't know what they mean by satisfying. I could just say that maybe every aspect of your visit is good.
Jack, tell them what's the most satisfying.
Wawa.
There you go.
You think Wawa is?
I mean, their breakfast sandwiches. I don't actually go to Wawa's very often.
Yeah.
But it's an experience.
Yeah, the quesadilla. They just, the quality of the food for a convenience store is fantastic. It's one of the reasons it's so loved.
If you were to ask me, I would say Wawa.
Yeah.
I would say probably my favorite. And I got to say, it's weird. It's favorite is always odd with convenience stores because it's in the name. It's like, what's there?
Exactly.
I'm not going to drive an extra 7 miles to have a racetrack experience. Not because I don't have anything against racetrack. It's just that most convenience stores are the same. But I will tell you what you guys are saying about Wawa is exactly the case. Because if I need gas and I'm a little hungry, I will drive past other stores and go straight to Wawa because I do believe, like you guys say, that their food is the absolute best. I mean, it's like a little restaurant in there.
It is. I always call it, destination dining.
Yeah, it is.
Like you could go there just for food. You don't need gas. It's not that you need a convenience store. You can go there just to get something to eat.
And I've seen that happen. The one that's right up here off 1792, Jack, on the way to your house.
Yeah.
I've seen people on those tables outside, like show up for dinner time, get a sub, and sit there and have dinner. Like kids doing homework, just like they're at somewhere else.
Plus, their coffee, their whole coffee situation there is pretty good at a reasonable price. If you have the app, they usually have perks and stuff where you can get deals. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, the American Customer Satisfaction Index has released the latest scores for customer satisfaction at convenience stores nationwide. And a lot of people say, you guys are missing one that's not even come up. Now, it said nationwide, but the funny thing is, it says it said the most in Florida. But it's kind of funny because the list actually is, I believe, the national list. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not familiar with the one that won. Like, I've not heard of it before.
Can't tell you until you tell us.
Yeah, I don't. Have you ever heard of Quick Trip?
Ooh, that does sound familiar.
KWIK.
Yeah, Quick Trip apparently is the winner.
Yeah.
Quick Trip with 80. They had the 84 score out of 100. Have you ever heard of a company called Sheetz?
Yes.
I was just looking that up. SHEETZ?
I went to one in Pennsylvania, and it was, next level. They like Hot Nuts a bar you can buy there. It was great.
Yeah. Wawa comes in number 3 nationally.
Get some Hot Nuts.
So, she does.
Yeah.
Marrying him in April.
So it's Wawa comes in number 3. Now, they tied with Sheetz with the overall score.
Yeah.
But the one that really shocked everybody that wasn't at the top was
7-Eleven.
Buc-ee's.
Oh.
Dude, everybody was freaking out that Buc-ee's didn't make it. 7-Eleven is so far down on the list, dude.
It's the oldest, I think, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But so is Buc-ee's, it's like a convenience store on steroids. But are they prevalent enough?
And they're satisfying to the traveler who wants a wall of jerky and beaver nuts.
It seems like more than a convenience store is like quick off the road,
It's convenient.
Yeah.
Like, in other words, you got to get on a highway to go to a Buc-ee's, right?
Yeah, or get off the highway.
Yeah.
One of the, it's just... When you pull into a Buc-ee's, you're doing a little driving because you got to get around 100 gas pumps.
Right, exactly.
And then you're going to walk a little from the car. It just seems more like you're going to a Walmart than you are a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, because it's like a Home Goods with gas and food. Because I mean, it's got they've got clothing, they have like Christmas ornaments, they have all kinds of stuff.
Best public restrooms you're going to find.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Love's is up there. Now that's a truck stop.
Yeah.
That's not a convenience store. That's kind of weird. And the ones that I think you'll recognize here, Racetrack tied for number 7.
Yeah.
And I think Racetrack does a good job.
Yeah.
Exxon Mobil stations, they tied for 7th. And the thing that kills me the most is, man, how does 7-Eleven come in 17th?
I think, like Jack said, because they're the oldest, the least. I mean, the only thing really that 7-Eleven is kind of up their game on in the last several years has been the coffee that they offer. And it's still not the coffee like you go to you can get a really great breakfast sandwich at Wawa that isn't rolling on rollers.
Yeah, I think that is where 7-Eleven has fallen behind because they're still kind of relying on that small food bar thing that they have. And everybody else is just kind of diving into the full-blown experiences of, fresh soup, salads, homemade subs, hot or cold. I mean, all of that's there in the same footprint. That's the crazy part. Like in the same exact square footage, other stores are turning out fresh food, and 7-Eleven is doing pizza's been sitting there for a while, and hot dog rollers.
Hey, landscapers like to eat some, the taquitos.
And I'm not even slamming it because I'll tell you, I lived on 7-Eleven hot dogs for a while, but the problem is they just got lapped. The game just lapped them. When they brought Wawa into town, my wife had experienced a Wawa while traveling before. And I remember reading the story because I was going to talk about it. And I'm like, have you ever heard of Wawa? And dude, she snapped around like Linda Blair. She's like, where are they coming? And I'm like, well, they're building a Wawa, and I forget where it was. I want to say it was the one they built on Lee Road and Silver Star. That thing's been there forever.
Yeah, there's one a little further south because I was there for their 10-year anniversary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to do that. So it's been a little over 10 years that, they've been around. 12, 13 years.
Yeah. And she told me,
In Florida.
She says, wait till you go into one of these things. You're not going to believe how good the food is. I literally mocked her.
Yeah.
She goes, and by the way, their ATM doesn't charge charges. Like, that's another thing for them. If you go to their ATM, there is no, you can't get cash back there.
Yeah.
So their ATM does not charge you a fee. So you can get money with no fee.
I know that when people in the Northeast heard that Wawas were opening, it was like a new Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
People would be sleeping out in front and there'd be a line. Oh, yeah, because that was a huge deal up in the Northeast. So when Wawa started moving down south, all of the transplants were like, yes,
Really?
a Wawa.
Yeah, and Cumberland Farms is even lower than 7-Eleven, but I think they're owned by the same company, aren't they? I thought 7-Eleven and Cumberland Farms were owned by the same company. That Southland at one point, I believe, owned 7-Eleven. I don't know if they still own them.
Yeah, I'm not using an app to order food at either one of those two joints, but I will do it at Wawa.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. Marathon is down there as well, Shell stations, but those are all like gas stations that had to kind of acclimate to offering some food products after the fact. I mean, they weren't really built on the concept of, hey, we're going to do both of these equally.
Well, my first experience with convenience stores, it was just a convenience store. It didn't have gas. It wasn't
really?
a gas garden. It's just, it was a 7-Eleven. You pull in and, like a Garden State was one we used to have up there in New Jersey, which was the Garden State was like a convenience store. You'd go there to get your milk or whatever, ice cream.
Yeah, there was a locally owned a chain up in North Florida, either called Handyway or Jiffy.
Yeah.
I think it's both of those. And it was the same thing. They did not have gas. They actually added the gas after the fact because all the other stores started offering gasoline, and it was more than just a convenience store. And I also heard that one of the reasons Wawa started doing this is because the margin on gas is so low that even if you have like 30 pumps or whatever, you're not really making as much money as you can make inside the store when you're selling a soda for $3.50 and it's costing you a nickel.
So one of my early jobs as I was a petroleum dispersal engineer. I pumped gas in New Jersey.
Yeah, because you have to, right?
At a Gulf station, but it was a garage. It was a 3-bay garage, and we were a gas station. That was it. We weren't a convenience store. We didn't sell anything else except I was trying to sell you a quart of oil for your car.
Right. You were selling oil or antifreeze or anything like that, right?
Wiper blades.
Yeah.
That was it. It's, and nowadays, where do you get gas where it's not connected to a store where you can buy just about everything else?
Yeah, and even the small stores, like the one that we have up there where it's that little shotgun store where you walk in and it just offers like sodas, water, coffee, and the footprint's really small. Like even those have, they're offering that. But I remember, Jack is right. There's a company up there called Highway Oil, I think, and it was a full service gas station, and they didn't offer, you couldn't even buy gum.
Yeah.
Right,
They had nothing else, nothing. It was just gas, oil, and stuff for your car. That was it. It was always full service. Yeah, convenience stores have come a long way. Yeah, overall, Bucky number 5, 79 points, tiling with Midwestern gas giant Love's, which is kind of weird. They even throw Love's in there because it is a convenience store gas place, but primarily built for truckers, is it not?
Yeah,
that and Flying J and Pilot.
Yeah, but it's also, you could almost say the same for Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I guess you could, but
it's just they got the,
Wall of
bathrooms
jerky
with showers, but
the wall of jerky.
Yeah, but they also sometimes they have restaurants in them, like just small versions of other restaurants.
Is pizza
franchise?
Is 7-Eleven the only one that offers pizza? Like Wawa doesn't offer pizza, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen a pizza in Wawa.
Oh, we did a whole campaign on it. Yeah.
Did we really?
A couple years ago.
God, I do not remember. And even going in and getting subs, I always get their Italian sub is like so good, and their bread is good.
Not every Wawa has the pizza oven, but they may have changed that because they've been go through a process, and the two around me, they've just finished, they've been renovating them, where they close the inside, you can still get gas, but they've changed the kitchen and drink area and stuff. So they've been like redoing these Wawas.
And they have soup too, right?
They do.
Oh my God, I'm going to stop and get
it's the corn chowder, baby.
I'm going to stop and get a soup and sandwich tonight. I think that's what I'm having.
They have, I love their corn chowder.
Dude, it's so good. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
Not a sponsor.
No,
they didn't sponsor this segment.
Go get them, Jack.
I just love them. I did. I did commercials for their pizza on this show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
News?
Yeah, families react after a former Uvalde officer is found not guilty. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin takes on Starlink. Oh. And this city approves a drone first responder program. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Thursday.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Thursday evening forecast. Seeing a mix of sun and clouds with a couple of scattered showers as we head through the rest of this evening, but temperatures staying mild through the overnight tonight throughout the upper 50s. And as we wrap up the work week, looking ahead to your Friday, it's going to be beautiful out there. Looking at a high of 80 degrees with gorgeous sunshine, and that sunshine sticking with us through the weekend. And we're going to see those temperatures warming up into the mid 80s, taking a look by Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Guys, you know what? If your T is low, you got low testosterone, it's time to get your edge back with Red Mountain Weight Loss. And if you get Red Mountain Weight Loss and get on testosterone therapy, they're going to give you 1 month of a GLP-1 weight loss medication for absolutely free. That's a $299 value. Hey, man, it's worth it. If you're getting older, it doesn't mean that you got to, feel old. Prescription testosterone restores your get up and go, and it'll have you feeling like you're 20 again. Gain more muscle and, less effort in the gym. You're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, and you're going to love a little bit better, if you know what I mean. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. It's a game changer, and you're going to look better and you're going to lose weight. And remember, you get a combo of testosterone and a GLP-1. It will burn that belly fat, and you're going to get ripped. So this month, get your free GLP-1 medication, a $299 value when you start testosterone therapy only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Book your video appointment today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Get ready for iHeartRadio Icons with John Mellencamp. John is heading out this summer on his Dancing Awards Tour, The Greatest Hits. And to celebrate, we'll take you to his Belmont Mall studio in Indiana, where he'll perform his iconic songs live. You'll also hear an exclusive iHeartRadio interview with John, where he'll share stories behind his music. Don't miss iHeartRadio Icons with John Mellencamp on the free iHeartRadio app's Big Classic Hits station, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Eligibility and results may vary. If you're on Medicare and living in the Orlando area, getting great dental care doesn't have to be confusing or expensive. Sage Dental is here to help you understand your Medicare benefits and make your care as simple and affordable as possible. Whether you need a routine cleaning or advanced care like implants, crowns, oral surgery, or custom dentures, Sage Dental brings all your dental needs conveniently together under one roof. At Sage, we use the latest in dental innovation, including minimally invasive techniques for more comfort and faster healing. Need a crown? Sage can create same-day custom crowns right in our office. In addition to Medicare, we accept most insurance plans. No insurance? Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation centered on your care. Same-day appointments available. Call 800-218-8877. 800-218-8877. That's 800-218-8877.
The real story in lab-grown diamonds is the outrageous markups other jewelers are charging for them.
That's Brian Stamey, Vice President of International Diamond Center.
Jewelry stores are marking up lab-grown diamonds as much as 800%. It's insane.
So instead of continuing to see customers overpay, IDC is changing the game.
For our customers, we have secured direct access to a wholesaler of fine quality lab-grown diamonds. Every size, every shape. IDC will facilitate the purchase at wholesale pricing directly from the grower. Look, we will always stand behind natural diamonds. But if a customer wants a lab-grown option, we can at least make sure they aren't being price gouged.
International Diamond Center.
For over 4 decades, IDC has stood for one thing above all, protecting our customers. No games, no inflated prices, Just the diamond you want at the fair price you deserve.
So don't overpay. If you want a lab-grown diamond, come to IDC and save thousands. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mullet, Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Online, shopidc.com.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
It's time to look ahead. Thanks to our friends at TK Law that want to remind us to always look ahead for your well-being and that of your family. You can do it with an estate plan with the firm TK Law. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Looking ahead on Real Radio tomorrow with the Monsters in the Morning. Another full day of keywords starts at 9 a.m. and every hour until 9 p.m. Your chance to win $1,000 right here on Real Radio 104.1. And when it's time to look ahead for you and your family, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, happy day. Talking about fast food prices. My fiance and I stopped at Taco Bell the other night. It was late. We were hungry, didn't feel like cooking. Bought 7 items, one of which was chips and cheese. $23 damn. And the bitch is, I was still hungry when we got done eating.
Yeah.
Luckily, my fiance eats like a bird, so I had half of one of her things. But it $23 for 2 people to leave hungry at Taco Bell is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
I agree.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hell yeah.
I have another keyword for you at the top of the hour. Jack and I like to urinate together.
It happens.
We do it a lot.
You work with someone for long enough, you end up on the same cycle. Are you familiar with that, Deb?
Who looks first?
Nobody looks. We don't need to look. We're men. We do have good conversations there.
You're men, which means you obviously look. You got that a little flipped around.
I do like the new watch he's wearing, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So I want to do this real quick before we get to news because we didn't get to it today and we probably won't cover it tomorrow. Epcot's Garden Rocks concert. You know, this is the season, the festival season, the concert season. So we talked about the SeaWorld ones. I was like, that's a pretty impressive lineup. Disney's like, hold my beer real quick. The music of ABBA, which is going to be a cover band doing ABBA songs. Simple Plan. Remember those guys, Jack?
Yes.
Billy Ocean is going to be out
wow.
there. Herman's Hermits, 38 Special, Chubby Checker, Sugar Ray, Information Society. Remember those guys, Jack?
Yes.
I want to know. Rick Springfield, Berlin, The Commodores, Air Supply, Flock of Seagulls, Plain White Tees, The Spinners. Wow. Queensryche is going to be there as well. I mean, it is a pretty crazy lineup, man. If you like music and you want to get close, the one good thing, I say one, there's a bunch of them, but the really cool thing about a lot of these smaller shows is you really get close to the artists. So if you've been a fan of these artists and when they were hot, you could only go to the big arena shows and not get close. This allows you to pay way less and get real close. And they mix these shows perfectly, by the way. The sound systems at these parks are as good as touring sound systems. So you're going to see them in their full regalia.
Nothing says Disney to me like Queensryche.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's some cool stuff.
That's quite the lineup from all three, Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld.
Unbelievable.
All this year, they're saying, here's something to listen to.
Listen to this 80s run right here. Rick Springfield, Berlin, The Commodores.
Yeah.
Like boom, boom, boom. 3 weeks in a row, you can really live your entire 80s life. Right there.
And still be home by 10.
And still be home by 10. You're right. Sugar Ray would be a good show. They got a lot of good songs. And back when they were like a punk band, I wonder if they're going to do any of that stuff. Like, I mean, they used to have, I mean, they were really hard before they kind of turned pop and started doing Disney tunes. Firehouse is going to be there as well. Very cool. All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, let's get some news.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Former Uvalde, Texas school police officer Adrian Gonzalez has been found not guilty of failing to protect students during the deadly 2022 mass shooting at Robb Elementary School. Brett Cross, whose 10-year-old son died in the shooting, says the verdict is a slap in the face to families.
I thought for us, a split second, maybe we might have just a little bit of justice, maybe just a touch of accountability.
Yeah.
But that went away as fast as it came.
Now, in all, the shooting left 19 students and 2 teachers dead. Yesterday's verdict followed about 7 hours of jury deliberations, capping a 2-week trial.
Yeah, I mean, he won in the courtroom, but we know where he really lost.
Well, you know, again, the only thing I could think when I saw this headline is, why are we spending money on school resource officers if at the end of the day, the ones with the gun didn't stop the bad guy with the gun? That is money our school districts can't afford.
What are you there for?
And if at the end you're going to be acquitted, then why are you there?
Unbelievable.
This is a second case. First Parkland and now Uvalde. I don't understand it. All right, Blue Origin is starting a satellite communications network to rival Starlink. I guess they just want to cover all the sky.
Very good luck.
The space company founded by Amazon's Jeff Bezos announced that it will deploy over 5,400 satellites into Earth's orbit for a communications network that will serve data centers, businesses, and governments. Blue Origin says the satellite deployment will begin in the last quarter of 2027. And get this, the new network will have, quote, data speeds of up to 6 terabytes per second anywhere on Earth, end quote. The Jeff Bezos network, called TerraWave, will compete with Elon Musk's Starlink, which currently has about 10,000 satellites in low Earth orbit.
I mean, 6 terabytes a second?
Wow.
That sounds like almost undoable, right?
But see, and it's so they have to be replaced, right? So with Starlink, it's 10,000 now, but since they started, they've
they've replaced some because they only have like an 8-year cycle or something like that.
Yeah, they fall out. Then if they malfunction, then they burn up, and they just keep putting them out there. It's amazing to me that this is making money.
Yeah. Well, the Starlink should. I mean, the subscriptions will definitely do that. But I mean, obviously, they must be moneymakers, because why would you build an entire business and launch more against a company that's already established?
Right. Or you want to be in control, to have that level of control. Like, so the power right now that Starlink has anywhere in the world, there's fighting in Ukraine and they cut the power. Well, now I can give you internet.
Oh, yeah.
How valuable is that?
Oh, my God. Get out of here.
To any... So
what a terrible thought.
Just to be able to provide internet to anyone in the world at your whim.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing too is it's getting in the way of astronomers watching out for things that are could be coming for the planet. And by the time you get the download,
it was there the whole time.
Exactly. All right, Sterling Heights, Michigan, city leaders are approving a program to use drones as first responders. Sterling Heights Police Captain Mario Bastianelli says they'll be able to send a drone to the location of an emergency to use the cameras as an eye in the sky. So City Council approved the 5-year, $679,000 program. They're going to have 3 drone docking stations throughout the city, and an officer at the station will fly the drone from a computer, depending on where the emergency is.
Wow.
And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sure.
Who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Frogger's Grill and Bar once again for our delicious lunch. Thank you so much, Frogger's. Also want to thank Danny Meyering with Orlando Date Night Guide, attorney Glenn Klausman with Klausman Law, couples therapist Colette Fair. Don't forget her new book, The Cost of Quiet. By the way, if you missed Danny's date night recommendations, Colbert Court or Colette Fair, all 3 podcasts have been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that very much. Jack, question of the day?
Yeah, a little different than you asked. So I threw up, which burgers do you prefer? Because we were talking about burgers at the time.
That's fine.
Okay. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, or Culver's?
Oh.
There's a clear winner and a clear loser, and then the other 2 were,
Wendy's.
Wendy's has 24%, and they tie with Burger King. Culver's had 37%.
Damn. Yeah, it's a good burger.
McDonald's last place at 16%.
Wow, yeah. Culver's is a great burger.
It is.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we'll have Sink or Sail, Embers Only. Primetime Kitchen. Ross will be in with us tomorrow. Let's see what else we're doing tomorrow. Pick the Porn tomorrow for prizes. Jaden Grimes in for 8-Bit Update. All kinds of fun stuff tomorrow. Plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks, and 4 more chances for you to win $1,000. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time. Love Thy Neighbor.
Yeah, tonight at 10.
There you go.
I mean, tonight at 8.
At 8 o'clock. And then, of course, our friends at Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, enjoy yourself on a Thursday evening.
Have a great night. Bye.
Oh, Lord.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Delays on I-4 eastbound before County Road 46 due to an accident that's blocking the left shoulder. Crash on 417 Greenway northbound at Airport Boulevard has 2 left lanes blocked. And another crash. Beach Line westbound before Innovation Way has the